Nicaragua's gone through a civil war, and the American government wants to overthrow the Nicaragua. How do you, are they Nicaraguans? Nicaraguans? Yes.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go. We back, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Episode 184.
184, baby. Lick my balls.
Let's go.
What you mean? I'm a train, motherfuckers, I'm coming clean. On your way, got my can, nigga be driving real bad. Let them go and
Woo!
Let's go.
We
I'm
back,
fucking
man.
beat up.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
I feel like partying
184. Joey K, how you been, my friend? We missed you last week.
I know, man.
I took a guess that you didn't see shit again.
Do you want to think again or what?
You saw sharks?
No, I didn't. Hey,
Oh shit.
listen,
Again?
man, listen.
Oh, no.
At this point, I'm not gonna badmouth the actual charter name itself because there's multiple charters that go out like Shark Cage Diving in Port Lincoln. But at this point, they're frauds. They're all frauds. I think it's like at this point they just go, hey, come see some sharks, blah, blah, blah. And because they're in the ocean, they're like, hey, well, there's a chance we can see sharks, right? So me and Tori, well, basically Tori, was doing some research after the fact, right? And ever since 2023, the shark sightings have slowly been on a decline.
Oh,
right?
really?
So Neptune Island is 3-hour boat ride off of Port Lincoln. So it's not right on Port Lincoln. You're on the boat for 3 hours, right? Just to get to Neptune Island. And they say that years ago, an orca ate one of the great whites. Right. So then ever since then, they've been skittish to go back there in full form again.
Oh, really?
So, you know, they did. We went on the, what was it? The 18th of November, I'm pretty sure. Or the 17th we went, right? From the Monday to the Friday. They seen one, the last sighting was, they seen two on the 9th of November. So only a week and a bit before we went, right? So I was like, well, it's better than last time because last time we went, they didn't see any for like 3 months. So I had higher hopes. But, you know, we went out there and it's just like halfway through the 3-hour ride, so an hour and a half in, we stopped off to this other little island where there were sea lions. And we went sea lion, like we're swimming with the sea lions, right? We seen 3 sea lions.
In the ocean?
Not in the ocean. Well, it was in the ocean, but it's like in the ocean, but it's like it gets shallower and then it goes up to this little island.
Okay.
And it's where the sea lions hang out,
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
And we've seen about 3 of them. That was cool. You know, got some GoPro footage that I bought. And, you know, 2 swam right past me and it was pretty cool, right? And then we drive the rest of the hour and a half of the trip after spending like an hour at this sea lion, like kind of island kind of thing. And only seen 3 sea lions and only seen them for about fucking 5 or 10 minutes. And then they swam off. I think we scared them because some of the foreigners that were there were just flailing around in the water, just doing dumb shit, just ruining it for everyone. And then
You fucking immigrants.
sometimes I hate to be like this way, but sometimes when people get given instructions, it's always the foreigners that just don't know how to follow the fucking you know what I mean? But anyway. And they always don't know how to swim. Like, I don't mean to be like this way, but it's usually at the Asians, they don't know how to swim. Like, this guy had floaties on. This Asian guy had floaties on in, like, knee-deep water. It was hilarious. But then we did the rest of the ride out there, and then we stayed out there all day, right? And this guy's just throwing tuna chum, like, in the water, like, baiting like, using it as bait, like a big, long rope. And they're just fishing for, like, sharks and shit, essentially. And I got nothing, bro, nothing. And then so I was they split us up into different groups and I waited to go on the last group because my logic was I don't want to be going in first. I want to go in last because then if we see a shark, then they quickly rotate the groups out and then they get in, then they get out, then I get in, you know?
Yeah, okay.
And then it got to hours in there and I was the last one in and they set me up in all the gear and whatever. And I get down in there, and because you breathe through this little like breathing tube, like it's like a snorkel, but it's like a compressor, an air compressor, and it's very hard to breathe if you're not used to it because it's a small tube.
Yeah.
But the trick is you put it on your mouth, right? And you have your snorkel, your mask on, and you just got to go
like nice and slow.
Nice and slow and deep, right?
Yeah.
And then I started doing that before I was in the water. And then as I've lowered myself in the cage, and then as I've got underwater, you maintain that and it's easier, right? And I was with these 2 Asian guys who were like fresh as. And apparently Tori reckons I went in first and I didn't come up for like 20 minutes or something. I was just under there and there was big fish around, like a kingfish about 1 meter long swimming
really?
there. Yeah. So there was heaps of fish.
Yeah.
But no sharks. And I'm under there. And next minute I look up and no one's in the cage with me. Like 10 minutes later, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And apparently these Asian guys were freaking out because they didn't know how to breathe.
Yeah.
Anyway, they eventually come in and then in the cage about 30 centimeters in from the actual cage itself, there's a handrail and you can just move along the cage and you can't grab the cage itself because what if a shark comes and it takes your fingers
nibbles
off?
your finger, yeah.
So you grab onto this and then on the bottom, and they put a weighted vest on you so you sink a bit better. And then about, I don't know, like 20 centimeters up from the bottom of the cage, there's these foot hooks. It's a bar where you hook your feet in
so
you can't float up.
Yeah, okay.
But these Asian blokes, I look back and they look like they were in zero gravity in space. They were like, bloop, bloop.
like upside down and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, do I pull this guy's leg down to try to? Anyway, I'm pointing to the guy, I tap the Asian guy, and I'm like, I'm telling him like, look at my feet, like this is how you do it. And he just didn't know what to do, and he just threw me the peace sign. he didn't know what I was saying, and he just goes, peace sign. I'm like, I'm like, whatever, man. I just kept to myself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, God.
But Tori didn't come in with me this time. She came in last time, but it was pretty cold. It was hot, but like in terms of the sun, but you're out in the ocean, so the breeze is breezing,
freezing,
right?
yeah, it's freezing.
So I was like, you know what? I've come all this way. I'll go in, even though there's probably not going to see anything. And, you know, I was in there for about 30 minutes, and then I was like, okay, whatever. And I was the last group, and then we just headed back, right? But I say this. I feel like it was a better trip than our last trip because, one, we hired a car, so we did way more shit.
Yes.
We went to 2 different national parks. There was one called Lincoln National Park, and there was one called Coffin Bay National Park.
Yep.
And what the park looks like is you can only go 40 kilometers in that park, and it's just a little road, one way in, one way out, and then about a meter off at every side, both sides of the road, there's just like shrubs, like all these bushes and shit. And then you just got to go real slow because there's a lot of wildlife in there. So you don't want to hit anything. Like it's, you know how when you drive in some suburbs around us and there's chances you can see a kangaroo? Like I've seen a kangaroo outside
the photo.
Yeah, there was a kangaroo outside my crib.
It looked like it was like going to go to school, like crossing the road. Yeah.
So you're probably getting a pack of ciggies or whatever. Yeah. But so even in our hood, right, we see kangaroos. So when you're there, there's so many, everywhere. Yeah. Bro, we seen about 7 emus in across the 2 national parks, and they were just walking across the road,
Wow.
And the thing is with emus, they look hilarious when they run from the car. They look like a lanky Gumby dude running. Like they see the car and they go, and they go, ooh, and they're high-legged out of there, and their feathers like bop.
Yeah.
They look Gumby as, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But
is there any echidnas?
No, we've seen 7 emus. We've seen in total. I've seen those 3 seals on the sea lion swimming. But also when we went to Coffin Bay National Park, and there was a beach at Golden Point, and there was no one at this beach, lad. And when I say the water was like Gatorade blue, it was like, bro. And I said to Tori, it wasn't the hottest. And Tori goes, "I'm not going in the water." And I go, "Oh, I need to go in the water."
Yeah, I have to go for a swim. Yeah.
I took my stuff and I went down there.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, about 10 meters off the shore, I see a sea lion, a baby sea lion by itself, and no one else is there to experience it. Yeah. Tori's recording me from like all the way back.
Yeah.
And I swim up to this thing and it starts swimming away, and I don't know, I forgot what seal, like in hindsight, I know the seals, they sound like whatever. But I was like, okay, there's only certain noises I'm willing to make without looking like a fool, right? So what did I do? I did the old dog kiss,
Yeah.
No, but I
scared it. Yeah.
No, it was scared originally, but then it popped its head out, and then as soon as I went, it turned around, and it started swimming towards me, right?
Oh, right.
And it got within like 8 meters of me, and I was just like, oh shit! And I hung around for about 30 seconds, a minute, and then it kind of swam off, and there was a really cool encounter because I feel like it was one of those experiences where no one else was there.
Yeah.
Even though we live in a society now where I know Tori ended up videoing it, but I didn't know she was videoing it from ages away, but. We live in a society now where if you didn't record it, it didn't happen, right? But I was just experiencing this sea lion not on a tour, right? I had a better
in nature. Yeah,
I had a better encounter with a sea lion by myself than I did on the actual sea lion tour.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool, man, because I was like, you don't get this anywhere else. Like, what other beach do you just see a sea lion just chilling there?
Yep.
And and then not just that, after that, we realized that there was kayaks at the Airbnb we stayed at. And we stayed right on the water, man. Like, from the backyard, you're on the water, right? And it's attached to the ocean, but it's like a little cove, right? So it's still choppy, but it's not the ocean, but it basically is, right?
Did you fish? No fishing in the...
Well, I tried to look at the handrail because I wanted to go handrail fishing off the kayak, but they only had the squid, the squid hooks that have all the little...
Like the little feathers.
And then the little hooks that like only work when a squid tries to suck it off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah. So it wasn't a proper fish hook. And plus, I'm not good at fishing in terms of like working out how to do the sinkers and the hooks and shit. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go out on the kayak and whatever. Yeah. And that morning, bro, we seen 2 dolphins in the distance. And that was the morning that we went to the Coffin Bay Park.
So you saw more animals in nature than on the tours.
Yeah. Huh. And then on that morning, right, when we seen the dolphins, I go, you know what? I'm going to go on the kayak later today. And we researched that it's best to see marine life at dawn and dusk, right? So I go, you know what? I'm going to wait till later in the day when we get back, and I'm going to go on the kayak, and I'm going to fucking kayak with the dolphins, right? And I'm like, I probably won't catch them. And then Tori goes, manifestation, bub, manifestation. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I go out there on the kayak, right? The first time I get out to the depth of like in the middle of that kind of like cove area, I see a bunch of birds like this hovering over the water. And I'm like, that's weird. And I'm like freaking out because I'm like, it's either a shark or what the fuck, right? And I went on a kayak. You're only about 20 centimeters above the water, right? If a shark comes and gets me, I'm putting situations in my head like, okay, if the shark comes, I'll fend it off with the oar. You know what I mean? I'll pull out my rifle, But then I see these fucking dolphins like this, and I'm like, what the fuck? I go out there. Bro, these dolphins were doing tricks for me, lad. Like they knew I was there, and I started again with the dog whistle. I go, and every time they'd come up, I don't know if that made a difference or not, but they started coming towards me, and they started doing pirouettes, like spinning underwater under my canoe, and I knew they were spinning because they have white bellies,
so you can see the white,
and I can see the white, and bro, I almost touched one like this. I leaned over, almost touched them, and they were not just feeding there for a minute, bro. Ask Tori, I was out there for over an hour, and I reckon in total, over that hour, the dolphins were probably around my canoe for about 30, 20 minutes in total. Like they'd come and go, you know what I mean? As in they'd feed, because apparently what they were doing, the owner of the Airbnb said, because when I came back after like over an hour, Tori was watching me, but the owner of the Airbnb was on the balcony watching it happen as well. And she was like, oh, that looked amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, I was so pumped, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, I knew where they were. I started tracking where the birds were above the water. And that's when I knew they'd be. And the owner said, yeah, that's because the dolphins, they drive the fish up to the surface to feed. And then the birds contest with the food. So then that's how I kind of was tracking them. So I felt like I was one with the fucking marine life when I went to Port Lincoln. You know what I mean? So even though I didn't see any sharks, it wasn't like the last trip. The last trip, we didn't have a car, so we only could get to places on foot, so we did less.
Yep.
And I didn't really see anything else. But this time, even Tori was saying, she goes, I'm sorry we didn't see anything, but at least you got some beautiful experiences that you had with that to yourself, So I think you got to try to find the silver lining. Otherwise, but they're smart, these guys, the guys on the shark trip, because they go, every time you don't see a shark, they give it to you for a quarter of the price off more. So we got it for half price, and then they're like, next time you got it from 3/4 less. So we only pay a quarter of the price next time. But the plane tickets are still expensive.
Yeah,
the accommodation is. So I don't think we'll go back again, to be honest, because we got way too many traveling plans in the new year and whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll go back, but it wasn't a waste of time. I don't see it like that, but I guess many people would if you said, "Oh, you went for shark cage diving, you didn't see anything," but it's like.
That's at the end of the day, away, man.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
And I'll tell you what's weird, bro. Even though I didn't see anything, when you're in the water, bro, and I know I've said it's sunny day, blue, then you look across, and like I said, you can only see 10 meters in front of you. But then when you look down, bro, like when you're standing and it's the cage, and I'm like, imagine, and I just imagine the cage wasn't there, and it's like, imagine you just see the and sharks come from the bottom. People forget that.
Yeah,
you just think that they come from this way.
Nah, you won't see the fucker.
They just come straight from the bottom, lad. You know what I mean? Like, So, yeah, unfortunately, and the funny thing is, when they throw the chum in the water, sometimes the chum gets washed in the cage. So that you see like blood and guts, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Get me the fuck out of here, man.
But it was good, man. It was, but it was so funny, man. Like missing out on the pod, I was saying to you before, on the Wednesday when I was away, I was like, oh, the guys will be doing the pod right
now. Well, on that note, dolphins are widely considered one of the smartest animals due to their advanced problem-solving, communication, and social skills. They have very large, complex brains, demonstrate self-awareness, use tools, and have complex social structures. They use a sophisticated system of clicks and whistles to communicate. The dolphin has a unique signature whistle. Each dolphin has a unique signature whistle that functions like a name. So like we have a signature.
Oh, like Iggy,
each
Joey.
dolphin has their own whistle.
Wow.
Yes.
How many sounds are there? Fuck me dead. Well, I guess names are just sounds, aren't they? Like Iggy.
Yeah, it's just
Joey.
all sound. It's all sound, vibration.
Yeah.
They have self-awareness. They recognize themselves in mirrors. A sign of self-awareness that only very few animals possess.
Because I felt like they knew I was there. Like they were with me, Iggy. Like I'm not talking shit.
They're intelligent creatures, bro. Like, they are very smart.
They were almost showing off. Like, because when they seen I was coming up to them, they started doing more tricky shit as they got under the kayak and next to the kayak. Where I seen them from afar, they were just going up and down like this. But when I came to them, bro, they were showing off, man. And when they look at you like this, when they're underwater, they look at you and their eye. They look up at you with one eye because do you know how they're on the side of the head? Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe I was sober. It's not like I had fucking, it's like I was smoking weed or something. I was just feeling this deep connection with him. It was so weird, man.
Yeah, well, they reckon that if dolphins could speak English, they'd be like in politics and shit. That's how smart they are. They'd
be fucking kids.
Yeah. Like they'd have a seat on the UN, the United Nations.
Well, they would be because apparently they rape as well.
Well,
so.
there you go.
There you go, politicians.
Fucking oath.
They would have been friends with Epstein for sure.
Yeah, that would have been on the list. No, that's good, man. Yeah, well, for me, I haven't been doing much. I'm back in my musical groove. If you guys heard the past couple of weeks, I was struggling with writer's block. Now I've got the opposite problem, right? You're going to laugh at this one. I've kicked writer's block, but the problem is that I've started too many songs at once.
And you're not going to finish them all?
No, but also I had like a listen last night over everything I started, and I don't like the direction of like, because I want to do an album, right, for next year. Listening to everything I've got so far, I don't like the direction of it as a project. There's no like theme to it. So I kind of shot myself in the foot doing Simula 67 because that was like a theme. That was like a simulation.
Do you need to have that every time?
No, you don't. Yeah. That's the problem. But now that I've done it once, I'm like, fuck. Like I don't know. I reckon if I release an album that was just, when you listen to a dude's album, it's just like random as fuck. You can tell they're just like old singles that have been sitting in the vault for ages and they just compile it together. Now I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do that anymore. Like I kind of want to keep it all as a theme or as like a story.
Will that slow down your output though, which is not always what you need?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a hard one. Like I don't know.
Is it something that only a producer fixates on and the listener doesn't really give that much of a fuck? As long as it sounds good.
Yeah, the listener doesn't give a fuck, but it's a...
And half of the normies probably didn't even get where you were trying to go with the fucking last...
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you probably had to spell it out for them.
Yeah,
So what, now you just kind of stuck on... Not stuck, but... You just you got too much to pick from essentially? Is that what
it's almost like I've got too much to pick from, but I don't. But if I were to release them all as an album, there's no like
would make sense.
Cohesive theme to it. There's no that's only for me though. Like you said, most normies aren't gonna care. They don't give a shit. But to me, now I'm listening to all these songs and I'm like, oh fuck, they're all so different and they're so random. I don't want to chuck them all in one project because it kind of makes no sense to me. So
would you do more singles and kind of do what DZ did, when then later after a while when you look at them, you handpick what ones make it to that album?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do a bunch of singles, start rolling out singles again, and then maybe try to come up with an idea for an album as I kind of go. But regardless, I'm out of the writer's block. I'm making music again. But I'm also in a weird headspace of music, man. It's like I love it, and I'm always gonna make music, but I'm also like, oh, like I'm just so over like social media and posting and trying to come up with ideas. Like it's all just rubbish. Like it's all like no one cares, and then everyone uploads their stuff, and everyone else's stuff is dog shit. And I release something, no one cares. Like, you know what I mean? It's like just this never ending cycle of just like rubbish.
Yeah.
And then you've got this like random ass shit just pops up. It's like some random ass cunt, and it just blows. Like it's like, you know what I mean?
And most of the time, they're not even that good. Bro.
I know, man. I know.
We say this all the time, but I think it's just about confidence in the music that you create, and then persistence to a certain extent. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
I don't know, like even people that when they do blow up, maybe their songs beforehand didn't necessarily pop either, but all it takes is that one, and then all of a sudden you got more eyeballs, and then you know you kind of ride that wave.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one for me lately.
yeah.
But
And has that been consuming your life, or have you been, you know, other than work and stuff, have you found that, have you been binge watching anything lately that's worth fucking discussing? Or
Snowfall. Have you seen Snowfall?
No. What's Snowfall?
Man, this is gonna probably the way this is going. This probably overtakes a lot of the shows and goes to my top 3.
Give us the brief summary without spoilers.
Peaky Blinders, but in the 80s.
Ooh.
Not 1915. This
Yeah.
shit, bro, and this is based on true, like loosely based.
Is there
like,
someone named
fact.
Frankie in that? Or
Nah, Franklin.
Franklin. I was listening to a rap song from Pot of Paper. He's a UK artist, and he said it's Frankie. Oh wait, it's Frankie, not Franklin. But my lifestyle's Snowfall.
Yeah.
And that thing, I was like, I didn't get the bar.
Yep.
It said, it's Frankie, not Franklin.
Yeah.
Right. My lifestyle's Snowfall. And I was like, what's Snowfall? Snowfall. And I researched it, and it was the show.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched it yet, so I wouldn't get it.
Good, man. It's
but
really
I think
good.
now it's one of those things where a UK artist, a rap artist, got me. He did a bar that I didn't know what it was, and now I'm like going to get onto Snowfall and actually know what the fuck he was talking about.
It's really good, man.
Okay.
It's done really well. It's based on a guy called Rick Freeway Ross.
Yeah.
And you know, same thing in the 80s. This motherfucker claims that he was making like $1 million a day selling crack.
How the fuck? But back then, like
Back then, about $1 million in the 80s is like 10 million now. Like 10 million, like current shit. Like, or maybe not 10 million, but like 4 or 5 million current. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and he come out and said that like the CIA approached him and were supplying him the drugs and shit. Like it was all bad. Like,
so the CIA was kind of
yeah. So I think I spoke about this a couple episodes ago, or the last episode. The CIA in the 80s, typical American government. Nicaragua was going through a civil war, and the American government wants to overthrow the Nicaragua. How do you, are they Nicaraguans?
Nicaraguan?
Nicaraguans?
Nicaraguan.
Well, what is that? What is that terminology?
From Nicaragua.
Nicaraguans?
Has to be.
Well, anyway, the Ewoks from Nicaragua, right? The American government the government that's in charge is a communist party.
Yeah.
So, of course, America want to dabble their fingers in there, get involved, overthrow the communist country and install a puppet dictator that's American, right? So, they're smuggling in cocaine from South America and Mexico and shit, giving it to drug dealers on American streets, and then with the money the drug dealers are paying them, they're using that to buy medicine, guns, and supplies to fund the Nicaraguan civil war to help them overthrow the government. How fucked up is that?
That's kind of like your teacher. That's like your teacher in class giving you the exam answers, and you're like, because you wouldn't know whether to trust them or not. Like,
exactly.
It's like if the CIA reached out to you and you're a drug dealer, and they go, "Hey, listen, we will fund this operation." At what point are you just going to be the scapegoat for that? And then all of a sudden they turn on you and go,
they kill you,
and they fuck you up.
Yeah. Once you're used to them, it's done, bro.
How long was Franklin doing this shit? Was it Franklin that was doing it from Snowfall?
So Franklin's in Snowfall.
He was the guy making the
Franklin. Yeah. It's a really cool story, man. Like he's a fool, just a young kid, like a young cocky dude with like just heaps of like. He just took a risk essentially. Like he literally, long story short, meets a dealer somehow through the grapevine. And gets the dealer, and then he convinces the dealer to tick him up a brick of coke.
Yeah, okay.
We all know a brick of coke is worth a shit ton of money, right?
Yeah.
And then he somehow flips that brick of coke into however many 100,000, goes back to the dealer, and the dealer's like, holy shit. And then that's how it all just starts. It just explodes. It's really fucking cool, man. It's a really good show.
If you want to, that show feels like it would just give you anxiety the whole time.
Oh, bro, there's a couple scenes, man, where like you get your heart pumping. I was like, holy shit, like, god damn.
You're just doing coke while watching it?
yeah, like this show's hectic. Fucking, but other than that, I've been chilling. It's almost holiday time.
Oh, bro, do you know how good it feels even being at work?
End of the year. Oh.
Bro, do you know how easy my days have been, bro? Like, it gets to the point now, even where the project managers are like, all right, we got this job for you and this job. And I'm like, all right, is that it? They're like, yeah. I'm like, bet. And I go to the apprentice. I'm like, listen, we might not have smoko today, right? But we're going to fucking pump this.
Yeah.
And if we can pump it and have an early mark, let's go, baby. And then as long as, the thing is that's good with the company I'm at, as long as you get the work done and there's no complaints, that's it, bro.
That's what you want, yeah.
But whereas during the year, like when it's like full peak season of work, you might not get home till you're doing overtime all the time. You're doing this. So I love it because I feel like everyone worldwide is kind of like pulling up the handbrake a bit.
Yeah.
So when do you break?
That's a good question. We haven't fully discussed it, but it'll probably be around like the 20th, 21st. That's usually the mark anyway. And we'll just see how we go.
You're doing some family stuff on Christmas, and then usually friends with New Year's. Is that how you usually split it?
Yeah, that's usually how we do it. This year I'm spending New Year's in Melbourne with Chloe, which is going to be fun. I'm starting my fucking half sleeve, which I'm excited about. Finally getting some tattoos, man. I'm fucking overdue.
I'm over just seeing the one.
Yeah, I'm fucking overdue for some tats. So get that fucking.
What are you
started.
getting?
I'm going to do patch sleeve. So I'll just get a whole bunch.
Yeah, patchwork, nice.
Yeah. When I was younger, I always pictured myself having a sleeve like yours.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I'm kind of like, one, fuck the pain. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. And second of all, I feel like the patchwork suits like skinnier guys. So I'm like, I'm mad. So I'll just stick with that shit.
It does look cool.
Yeah.
I used to think patchwork looked silly when I first got the tattoo.
I used to hate it. But now as I've gotten older, I'm like, fuck, that actually looks pretty fresh. It's just random ass shit just everywhere. Yeah. Like, I love it.
And then what, is it one of those things where have you just seen every now and then you see something you like, or are you just going there and not knowing what you're getting until you get it?
Nah. So I've already emailed the artist like a few ideas, and then I want them to kind of just work off that. But I'm also the type of dude now. It's like, dude, that looks cool. Let's just slap it on. Like, it doesn't have to be this fucking deep and
that's a slippery slope. No, not deep and meaningful, but like, I know what you're saying. Get shit because it looks cool. Don't try and find a meaning, because when you try and find the meaning, it looks stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I used to do that, and it's like, then when people ask you 3 years from now, you're like, I don't even believe in what I was
what I was getting it for. Yeah.
Fucking so, I know what you mean. You kind of go, but it's a slippery slope because you want to.
In 10 years later, I go, why the fuck did I get a toaster on my arm? I'm like, fuck.
Because I'm always getting this bread.
Yeah.
But like, you got to there's a balance to it, right? You got to put some thought into it.
Yes.
But also don't overthink it.
Yeah, 100%. But other than that, man, that's really it. I'm trying to think of anything fucked up happened to me, anything funny. Nah. We're just chilling, man. I was just trying to really get back in my music grind. The whole writer's block thing was really fucking with me, man. I didn't open fucking FL for months.
I wonder in the holidays if you're going to ramp it up or if it's going to be like, nah, it's holidays. It's hard because you'll have more time on your hands.
It can go both ways.
Yeah.
I think it will ramp up, especially if I'm like home and I've got nothing planned, like I'm not at the beach with, my wife or whatever, then, I'll probably open up FL. Like I said, I'm just that type of guy. I can't explain it. I can't sit still doing nothing for long.
Yeah.
Like even when I watch shows, for example, so for me, quote unquote, binge watching SNOWFALL is literally like 2 episodes a week.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's a binge to me.
Yeah.
Because after an episode, I look at the time and I'm like, fuck, I've been sitting for 55 minutes doing nothing. And then my brain goes, okay, tick, 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 tick. And then I'm like back in here on FL, editing something for the pod or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. I can't sit there anymore and like watch 8-9 episodes in like one night. I used to be able to when I was younger, fucking oath. Yeah. But now I just can't do it.
I actually agree with you because the other week, me and Tori we've been watching the Physical Asia, like what DZ was bringing up last week. Yeah. We've been watching that as well. And one day, it was actually one afternoon on a Saturday, we had a few free hours spare. And we were sitting there from like 5 till like 8 o'clock at night. And we're like, when we got up, we just like stretched a bit and we're like, how long have we been here for? It felt like a fucking fever dream, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that anymore, man.
Yeah, nah, my wife's also fucking worse than me. Like, my wife loves relaxing, but sometimes, like, if we're just watching something, like I said, like a couple hours in, she'll be like, okay, let's go. Like, let's just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, let's just go for a drive. Like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, yeah this is kind of fucked. Like, I don't know what it is. And I'm sure there's people that do the opposite. They're like, nah, fuck that. Like, if I'm sitting down for like 4 or 5 hours at a time type shit.
Well, there's gamers. That's to the extreme, you know?
Yeah.
That's why, like, don't get me wrong, I understand gaming's fun, but I just can't get on board with it anymore because I'm like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how gamers do it anymore. Like,
even now, like, I downloaded a new game, Arc Raiders, because I've been playing with James from work, right?
Yeah.
Even then, like, I'll do like 1 hour, like a little burst session.
Yeah.
And then after an hour, I'm like, get me the fuck off this shit. I'm like, fuck this shit. I get this shit. I'm off that shit real quick. Man, fucking 4 years ago, man, I'd be having game sessions for like 8 hours, cunt. I wouldn't give a fuck. And now I just can't do it.
Well, during COVID, weren't you and the boys like...
COVID was a bit of an exception. That was fucking stupid. Like, that was like...
all bets were off when that was happening.
Yeah. COVID, man, that feels like a fever dream, man.
Yeah.
COVID, I'm pretty sure I was literally going to bed at like midnight, 1 a.m., getting up at like 10 a.m. the next day and just jumping straight on the game.
Yeah.
Like, load the game, brush teeth, have breakfast, and then I'm just sitting there. And all the boys are already on. They're already on. Like, they're on before me. I'm like, fuck hell, man. Like, this shit is fucking insane.
It's a slippery slope, man. Yeah, my attention span is just dog shit. And it's not even like, I've been off TikTok and Instagram for a while. It's not like short. Like, nowadays, you want that 30-second clip or it's nothing. It's not that short, but yeah, I feel like there's something better I could be doing, you know? Or randomly me and Tori start talking about just, some shit that about a friend of mine. I'm not gonna discuss it on the pod, but it's some shit that brought up conversation, and then we just started having a pretty interesting, like, introspective kind of conversation about that certain topic. So we stopped Physical Asia, and we were just like talking about shit, and then we go, oh wait, it's been 40 minutes, so we just
back to the show.
So back to the show, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like when you're sitting there and you're just watching, it's just you not doing nothing. Like, imagine if nothing was on the TV and you're staring at the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a weird one. Let us know in the comments, man. Are you guys the same? Are you guys the opposite? Are you guys all right with, having binges for 5, 6, 7 hours?
I want to know if most of the listeners are gamers. I feel like a lot of them would be gamers, but that is also a thing that if you're going to grow out of it, you do grow out of it at a bit of an earlier age. If you do grow out of it, some people just don't. But I feel like it peaks in your early 20s or late teens to early 20s. Even kids nowadays, gaming has never been this big, right? In terms of a younger generation. I know you said gaming's dying off, but in terms of what kids have at their disposal, I feel like,
let's have a look
like,
at how much.
Like, we don't have kids, so we can't really comment because it would be easy to throw your kid in front of an iPad all the time. But how many kids have, devices that have games on them, whether that's Switch or fucking whatever,
The gaming industry in 2024 generated over $184 billion in revenue,
Fucking hell.
with the market projected to reach $294 billion
Where's Billie Eilish when you need her? Just
in the coming.
give the money to
Elon Musk, you should donate your money to the gaming industry.
That's
you
hilarious.
fuckwit. Fucking a millionaire complaining about a billionaire.
When you were
Jesus
talking
Christ.
about that last week, I was like, that triggers me so much. The only reason she gets away with it because she got those heavies, she got those titties, and a lot of people just go,
Yeah, she's got them cannons, yeah.
Billie Eilish doesn't know what she's talking about. But then you realize she's 23 years old. People forget she's 23,
multi-millionaire
singer.
Yeah.
Like, you're not taking your facts off a 23-year-old singer. You know what I mean?
I like how Elon Musk just tweets she's not the sharpest woman.
Of all the things,
Like, it's just so stupid. Out of all the things she could have addressed, or she could have addressed it in such a better way.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like a bit
there's
childish.
so many people who are rich that could come together and help, but she just targeted
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is an idiot, yes, but like, Jesus Christ, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk has donated that much money to charity and shit. Like,
and probably does nothing.
yeah, shit, that was funny.
So 186 billion or something, 184 billion.
how many? There's only like 15 billionaires, isn't there, in the world? Let's have a look. I keep forgetting the laptop too, my friends. Apologies if you're watching on the YouTube. I'm always on my phone on my little hydro grip here. How many?
And Kanye is one of them, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
The guy with extreme bipolar and
who follows Hitler.
Yeah.
There's over 3,000 billionaires. Okay.
Actually, Kanye apologized to a rabbi recently, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
yeah. He literally, but people are thinking that he'd done it because he's about to drop his album kind of soon, his new album. But he literally met, is a rabbi a
Jewish priest? Yeah.
He went to a rabbi and he formally apologized. And, people are saying, oh, it seemed genuine. And I'm like, yeah, true. But his hate for Jewish people also seemed genuine as well. But like, I don't know. It's one of those things where anyone does anything in the public eye like that, where it's on record, like where it's being recorded, you always think, what's the agenda behind it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, Justin Bieber was acting all crazy for 2 years. Remember? Like growing his beard out and shit and pretending to like be on drugs and shit. Yeah. And it was just to drop his fucking silly album. What was it called? Swag, his album.
Oh, God.
And so now he's back to normal and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
now he's streaming. Isn't he streaming now? He's getting into streaming.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, apparently he's trying to get into the streaming world.
Oh, nah. Well,
well, the cunt's got like, if you're that famous, streaming would be easy, wouldn't it? Because a lot of people would watch you. But if you're a random, streaming would be hard.
Yeah, I will.
You got to build your fan base.
Yeah, I would like.
But also stay in your lane. Just make music, man.
Well, that's the thing too. But like, it's just hard. Like
he doesn't need it. He doesn't need streaming. That's the thing. Why do people do that? Like, why? You wouldn't do that, right? Like, if you had Justin Bieber money, you could sing your fucking dick off, right? How self-absorbed do you have? Not saying that streamers are self-absorbed. But he's got it. Like, do you think some people think they're missing out in the streaming world? Even the people that are well off money-wise, do you think they're going, oh, fuck these streamers, I can do it too? Like, and then why do they do that? Like,
so I was actually thinking about this the other day. So the streaming thing's all fucking weird one to me because I streamed for a little bit. And like I've said before, out of all the little side things I've tried, I made the most money from streaming.
Oh, really?
And I was only cracking like, I think at my peak, I was only cracking like maybe 40, 45 viewers.
Oh.
But here's the weird thing about it. Those 45 people that were watching me would donate. They would donate. They'd send me money. They'd fucking, you know what I mean?
Really?
So, yeah, bro. I was making like
Is that how people make money? Or is that
from ads on your videos and then from donations. So from the ads, we all know you make dinky dog poo money. Yeah. But at one point from streaming, from donations and people gifting you subs and all these other random little knickknacks that they call it when you stream, all these other little weird little things. At the end of the day, all it is, it's just all different ways of being able to donate money, right? At one point, I was making like $500 a month.
Holy shit.
So every month, 500, boom, 500, boom, 500, boom. This is US too, by the way. So by the time it converts, it's like 600 or whatever the fuck it is. And I was like, bro, this is fucking mad.
With
I'm like
45 viewers. That's crazy.
40, bro, like I said, that was my peak. So I had like less. I was averaging between 25 and 30 viewers at one point.
Yeah.
But it's just, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, what is it about people watching a grown ass man playing video games essentially?
Yeah.
Why do people feel like what? So instead of donating your money, quote unquote, to charity like Billie Eilish fucking was trying to preach, instead of donating your $50 a month you got spare to charity or feeding a homeless cunt, you're donating to a grown-ass man who's fucking eating Big Macs on a Tuesday playing games.
Yeah.
He's probably got his gut hanging out and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, where's the common ground here? Because sometimes, like, fucking normies confuse the fuck out of me. Because they cry, I hate rich people, hate this and hate that. Why is there so many poor people with one hand, but then with the other hand, they're donating to fat cunts playing video games? Yeah. It's like, where's that middle plane of existence where it's like, why? Like, no one wants to take accountability anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the, why do people gravitate so much towards streamers? I don't get it. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the fan base is little fucking kids. They're literally children who are stealing their mum's credit card and shit, or asking their mum for birthday money, and then they use that to donate money. Right?
Is the streaming world younger? Like, is that the younger kind of demographic?
There's a lot, but bro, there's streamers that are our age and older.
No, not streamers. Sorry, my bad.
Like the fans?
The people that watch the streams.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a big demographic of like
young
kids, like literal children, like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds.
Yeah, I can't imagine like 30-year-olds and shit.
But
who knows?
But you don't know.
You don't know, yeah.
Because I sometimes watch streamers.
And it's impersonal, right? Like that guy doesn't know. Say if you're Justin Bieber and I'm watching you, but I'm 1 in 3 million that are watching you.
But no idea who you are.
I'm gifting you. He doesn't know.
No
It's not
idea
like
who you are.
But yet they feel like they're there with them.
I don't know what it is about it, bro. It's a weird
Because
concept.
apparently Bieber, I know I keep referencing him, but that's just because it's the latest example I have right now. So it's just currency bias. But he has a mad setup at his house where he has a basketball court. He's got his own music studio.
Yeah,
he's got a skating a park in one big thing, right? So he's just streaming, doing all this fun shit. Like he's not just gaming; he's doing fun shit. But like, do you think when like going back to the question before, it's like, why does he need the money? Do you reckon rich people? They obviously spend big, right? So is it just never enough? Is it like when you get a pay rise and you think, oh, this will be enough, but it's never enough? Like, you're always reaching for more. He doesn't need it though. Right?
No, for rich people, it's not even a thing of never enough anymore. It's you get bored.
Yeah, you just want to do more.
You
shit.
get bored. It's like I've said it a 1,000 times. It's like you can be Charlie Sheen. Another example. He was that rich, right? He was spending however much on prostitutes, right? He's a straight man. He was having so much sex, he got bored of it and started fucking dudes.
Yeah, true.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it eventually gets to a point like Justin Bieber making music. I can kind of get it with the music, right? He's been doing it for that long. He probably sits in that studio and just goes, fuck this shit. I don't want to fucking touch a guitar. I don't give a fuck anymore about singing love songs to fucking 15-year-olds and shit when he was 15. Fucking baby, love me, whatever the fuck the songs are. He's over that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's like Skrillex. Skrillex made dubstep for 10 years when no one thought it was cool.
Yeah.
He goes, fuck this. He retires and goes to make hip-hop and love songs and shit.
Yeah.
And now everyone loves EDM and dubstep.
Yeah.
The cunts come back 15 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a never-ending vicious cycle of just, this is cool for a second and we're bored.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do this and I'm bored.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So when you've got money, it's like, bro, I can't even imagine it. Like I said, I'm scared I'll be like that if I was rich.
Yeah.
You'd be trying so many different hobbies and shit because you can afford it and you've got the time. I want to pick up the guitar.
That'd be beautiful.
2 weeks in, fuck this guitar. Think I want to do the saxophone, and you
Yeah.
go buy the most expensive saxophone you can.
Yeah.
You know? You hire the fucking best saxophone teacher in fucking the Hollywood Hills. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do that shit.
Yeah.
So your brain would be, I don't know. It's a weird one, bro.
If you're that way inclined, which I guess a lot of people that are rich, usually they have that ambition. Like for example, yourself, you have similar drive to someone that is like in that world in terms of. Usually if you got out and made a name for yourself and made money, usually you have drive, you have some kind of ambition. So you can't just always be bored with nothing to do. You kind of got to have something stimulating you. So I guess that's why people are just reaching out and doing more things. But it is weird. Like you see
T-Pain streams.
T-Pain streams.
T-Pain.
But even now, Mr. Beast is saying like, what happened to all the YouTubers? Like this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I think they're saying that, he might be getting jealous of streamers. And I'm like, that guy's not getting jealous of anyone. He's a fucking multi-millionaire, right?
Yeah.
But he's even noticing that they have their own award ceremonies, don't they? Streamers didn't Speed guy get a streamer of the year or whatever?
Did they already do that?
I think they did it, eh?
I
think he got streamer of the year. Like Kai Cenat and all them. It's like another world now, man.
Right.
And I've never been involved with streaming. Like I've never watched a stream before.
Now see, I'll watch a few streamers that I've got that I like.
Yeah.
But man, I'll watch it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you fucking think I've donated once to a streamer? Fucking get fucked, idiot.
Yeah.
I'll go buy a coffee or fucking give it to the fucking local crackhead down the road to go buy a long neck. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck would I donate money again to a rich person who's probably already made $500 for the day from donations, bro? What the... Fuck off, idiot. I'm not giving you shit. I might give you a, bro, that was mad.
Yeah.
I might comment, bro, nice video.
Yeah.
That's it for me. I don't get them. Like, bro, and you got some dudes, man, that watch like iShow Speed and shit, and they are like donating, bro, a lot of money. I once seen a quote unquote, apparently he was trying to claim in the stream he was a Saudi prince, to Dr. Disrespect, $10,000 US, bro. What? 10 grand, dude. And we're here slugging it out in the trenches, working in the Aussie sun, 40 degrees.
10
You know what I
grand,
mean? You're
bro.
fucking doing wiring. I'm driving around delivering all this shit.
And people are just...
And people are just donating that shit like no tomorrow. They don't give a fuck.
And
How does this guy have 10 grand spare to donate to a stranger who does not give a fuck about him?
I think someone that donates that definitely has money. They definitely have money to run through.
That's a bored rich person.
Yeah, bored rich. But I don't feel
Like, you
sorry
know-
for that. I feel sorry for the people that. I feel sorry for the people that. I don't really feel sorry for him because it's like more for you for falling into that trap. But I feel sorry for the person that's already struggling and then they donate $100 a week when it's like, why? Like, or they do. Whereas if some guy donates 10,000, it's like he's just a fucking idiot. Like, and I don't feel sorry for him because he's got heaps of money. But the ones that kind of are not doing well themselves and they're like, yeah, but I'm supporting I'm a fan. And
It's like, dude. Man, shout out to Penguins. I think that's his streamer name. He made a YouTube video saying, I'm turning off my donations from now on.
The long haired dude.
The long haired dude.
Yeah,
He's like, dude, I don't need any more of your guys' money. You guys all go to work and shit. And then he showed how much money he made from streaming on
Wasn't it
YouTube.
like 30 mil or whatever?
Bro, what the fuck,
Crazy.
man? And then people are getting angry at him. Other streamers getting angry at him because he turned off the thing.
Yeah, and
you know what? It's like,
and he's
what?
revealing. He's like he's pulling back the curtain.
Yes.
Into like how much they actually
make.
get. Yeah.
Like, these guys are making more money than doctors and heart surgeons and shit. And they're these fat fucking nerds playing games, eating takeaway food during the week. That's not a healthy lifestyle, bro. What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't think about it too much. I get pissed off.
They got their doctorate in streaming or something. You know, I got my master's.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? That guy makes more money than the guy who has to save your life when you get rushed to hospital.
Yeah. Well, put it this way. Today I worked at a firefighting station, right? Like a New South Wales rescue and fire station today. And, you know, I was doing like all the smoke detectors and all that in there. And then I was sitting and talking down to this firefighter one. Like he was just making his lunch and shit in the kitchen because they have a full setup, right? They have a gym, they have a kitchen, they sleep upstairs, they have these mad like things. And I was like, man, what's life like being a firefighter? He goes, oh, I fucking love it, man. He's like, you know, he goes, don't get me wrong. He goes, well, you get days where you do fuck all and it's like mad. But then it's like the other day we had like 12 call outs in one day. Like they do 24-hour shifts.
Yeah, they're there all day.
Yeah, all day, right? And then it's like they're in and out and you're working in the place and all you hear is boo.
You gotta go, yeah.
And they just all run down. You know what I mean? I'm like trying to find the nearest pole that I can slide down. You know what I mean? But like they run out, they go to the truck and I'm like, man, here I am thinking these guys are bludgers, but they're bludging until they have to fight a fucking fire.
They got to save
And then
someone.
but then I looked up on ChatGPT how much is the rough salary or hourly wage of a firefighter, bro. $30 to $46 an hour. That's it. In terms of a firefighter, some people that are working, you know, at Woolies or this and that, going, "Oh, that's heaps good." It's not good. In terms of that's good if you're packing shelves or if you're doing this.
Yeah.
But if you're a firefighter, bro, 32 or 46 an hour, and then you got Penguins, whatever the stream at 30 mil.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I'm just backing up what you're saying.
gosh.
There's people that are working on the front line, whether that's policemen or firefighters, but that's a thing. That's a job you do out of passion. Though,
Yeah, of course,
clearly.
of course.
Because I was thinking to myself when I was wiring up cables today, I was like, I could be a firefighter, and then I looked at the money and I was like, fuck that.
I'll just keep doing this. See what I mean, man?
The
Like,
world's sometimes not fair, you know.
no,
but
the world sometimes it's not even the world's fault. It's
what we've
you.
made it. Yeah.
It's you.
We feed into
the
it.
fucking normie listener, man. That's the problem, bro. It just makes me think. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Sometimes people do the shit they do. It's just so confusing to me. Like it's like,
Yeah.
Well, the winner of the Streamer Awards in 2025, yes, was iShowSpeed. He was also named the best in real life streamer.
He done didn't he do 2 weeks straight streaming recently, or he done crazy amount of time? And it was him they were filming him and he was struggling because he was streaming so much. He's hard done by. He's like just turn the camera off. Yeah. He's almost had a breakdown in front of the camera going, man, this is he's having a dummy speed. It's so hard. And I'm just like, shut your fucking mouth. Anyway, whatever. I feel like we're rambling on this, but fuck these streamers, bro. Fuck these streamers. Give me the money.
Anyway, you guys can donate to us. There's a link down below.
I love how we're like, fuck these streamers, but donate to us.
Yeah, no, donate. Yeah, it's fuck these streamers until it's us, right? You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get your bread, bro.
Oh, God.
What up, Australia? It's DZ from the FireCast. Sorry to interrupt this episode, but real quick message. If you've been watching us for a while, you know we love the Hydro Grip, man. This is a stainless steel double walled gym bottle. I take it everywhere with me. It's my number one bottle every time I'm in the gym. And it pairs perfectly with our creatine lab creatine, which I've been taking every day. It feels amazing. It's great for your muscles, your mind, your energy. Make sure you check out the creatine lab. They're brilliant. Awesome guys, as well as the Hydro Grip. 10% of all sales for the Hydro Grip goes to the Sydney Children's Hospital. So check them out. Let them know you came from the FireCast. Sheesh.
Well, that takes us to... Yeah. Welcome.
Only believe what we say.
All right, my fat hairy cunt. We have. I'll go first because this was right here that I seen this morning. Did you see there was a shark attack today?
No.
Oh, today or yesterday?
What shark? Can I guess? Bull shark or tiger shark?
Good question. Let me just quickly try for Kylie's Beach. That's right. Shark attack. Kylie Beach. This is so sad. Woman killed, a man injured in shark attack.
Fuck, 2 of them.
Yep.
I mean, like it tried to go 2 of them then. Well, it successfully got 1.
A bystander on the beach used a makeshift tourniquet on the male victim's leg, which potentially saved his life. Shark experts believe it was a bull shark responsible for the attack. Emergency services have praised the quick thinking of a bystander who they say saved the life of a man who was attacked by a shark on the New South Wales mid-north coast. The man and a woman, international tourists aged in their 20s, were swimming at Crowdy Bay near Kylie's Beach at 6:30 this morning when they were attacked by a shark.
Where's that? Where's Kylie's Beach?
So
Like, is Sydney?
past Sydney, but not past Coffs Harbour.
Okay.
So kind of right in the middle there.
Oh, wow, man.
Yeah. Despite the help of bystanders on the beach, the woman died before paramedics arrived. So the shark went at 2 of them? How does that happen?
That's rare, man.
Yeah, how does that
like
happen?
usually one gets got and the other one swims away.
I'm just trying to see if there's any more information on
This
what
shark was
exactly-
fucking on a mission, bro.
But it makes no sense because
Did he lose a leg, the guy? Or something? Like he had a
No.
tourniquet.
Fire Smart on line this morning at Kylie to continue the work with authorities to monitor the area, provide technical advice and resources if needed. No, it doesn't say what exactly happened. It's still very early at this stage. So you're hearing it first as of right now, but by the time the episode comes out, you're going to be 4 days delayed. So
Yeah, well, I mean, fuck, man, that's the thing, bro. Like, you're in their domain, man. It's such a weird thing. Like, some people are like, yeah, fucking cull those things, kill the sharks, and it's like,
You can't
man,
kill
you
the
can't
shark,
do that
man.
shit, bro. Yeah, it's weird because they always say that the sharks don't really want to eat you, but then you get those cunt sharks, like bull sharks, bro. Bull sharks are aggressive as fuck, bro.
yeah, a bull shark will fuck you
those
up.
motherfuckers want to kill you.
Yeah.
like,
A bull shark, they're just an aggressive animal.
yeah.
Like,
To get 2 of them is crazy. Like,
what's so sad too is that there were tourists. So they're either here on holiday, here on a working
and
visa.
20s in the 20s, bro.
That's so sad, man.
And,
But,
and now Australia gets a bad rap.
well, I mean, having the most beautiful beaches in the world comes at a cost, man. And
Yeah.
that cost is hungry fucking predators patrolling our warm waters looking for food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because summertime it's the worst for these motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
This is not the first, and it won't be the last this summer. You know,
This is why I don't go past fucking like chest deep in the water. I'm paranoid of the water.
see, I'm a dumb cunt with that. I forget all about. Like, I'll
So
forget.
you're the
this
cunt
story.
that goes like
Yeah,
swimming to the buoy all the way like 2 kilometers in.
Not 2 kilometers in, but I go
bro.
where I can't stand sometimes.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. You got some nuts, bro. That is insane.
I don't usually hang there for ages, but I just go out there and then I ride the wave in, and I'm like,
Yeah, no,
I just
fuck
body
that.
surf because I can't surf. I just catch the waves in. But you're right. It's probably kind of stupid to do.
But then in saying that too, the odds of actually getting attacked by a shark
Well, then
are
there's
like,
surf. There's people that surf, and then
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
I don't go out there if no one else is further than me. Let me preface
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So when I do go out, when I'm like I can't stand, there's usually surfers out there, or there's other people further out.
let's have a look. What are the odds of getting attacked by a shark. Let's get some
in Australia.
Let's get some science, some numbers, some mathematical equations behind this.
In Australia, or is that in general?
This is just in general. Okay. The odds of being attacked and killed by a shark are 1 in 3.7 million.
What about go in Australia? Do in Australia. Go, how about in Australia? Because 1 in 3.7 million, that's pretty good odds, right? But think about how many people are in the world. That's actually not that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how many people?
This doesn't say, but shark. So this is a weird one, right? So because the shark tour is telling you that shark sightings are dropping, but shark attacks in Australia are becoming slightly more common and have seen a recent increase.
I'm talking about in the area I went in, though.
Okay,
like
that specific area.
Island.
Okay.
Yeah. So they've increased recently.
They've increased up to about 20 incidents per year, with an average of 2.8 fatalities annually over the past decade. What does that mean by 2.8? So like someone's like just surviving and they've lost their legs.
Or
or
there's
some
like
shit,
a little person.
Yeah. Or someone gets turned into a midget because half their body got chomped by a shark.
Yeah.
That's a weird. I don't get that.
Weird one.
But still, the risk of a shark attack is very low, with many more drowning deaths and fatalities from other animals like cows or horses.
Wait, if I get taken out by... If a cow is the reason for my demise, the last thing you hear is... You're just sucking on the udder. Like,
ruptures your nuts. Your nuts implode from the inside. That'd be the worst way to go.
what the fuck? A horse could fuck you up because that shit could,
kick,
they could back kick, they can kick you to fucking kingdom come.
And the only thing is that factors are increased only because human population is growing and more people are in the water. Warmer temperatures, which I just said, are also thought to contribute to more frequent incidents.
Yeah, they love the hot water, man.
Yeah. That's so fucking sad. Well, yeah, I don't go swimming past chest deep. And I don't even mean like neck. I'm talking like nipples.
Yeah.
My nipples are out of the water.
Yeah. Getting hard as fuck.
Hard as fuck. Hard as a stone.
Yeah. That's your defense from the sharks. Just those fucking Eclipse nipples.
Yeah.
Remember that Eclipse commercial, like from the mince, and the guy ate the mince, and his nipples are like really long.
They don't make commercials like that anymore.
They don't.
But yeah, that's me. Nipples out. That's it. And then I'm back on the sand.
You fucking hard nippled fuck. Tom Brady clones his dog. Tom Brady revealed that his current dog, Junie, is a clone of his late pitbull mix, Lua, who died in December 2023. The cloning was done by Colossal Biosciences, a biotech company Brady has invested in himself. They used a non-invasive blood draw from Lua before she died to do the cloning. The news come out when Colossal announced it was acquiring Viagen Pets and Equine, a well-known pet cloning firm. Cloning a pet through Viagen typically costs between $50,000 US to $85,000 US, which is kind of double that Australian, right? Brady described it as a second chance with his beloved family member, not just an experiment. He also framed the technology as having bigger implications, like helping conserve endangered or extinct species. There is some ethical debate, though. Critics point out cloning's failure rate and argue that the personality of a clone may not match the original.
Yeah. I'm against it.
Yeah. What are you against it? What about when he just touched on how it could save extinct species, though?
No,
But that's not what he's doing. He did it to his fucking dog.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where's Billie Eilish having a dig at this cunt? He spent $85,000 cloning a fucking dog when he could have given that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fucking make it make sense, bro. Yeah. But anyway, I'm against it because I feel like that's the whole point, especially of having a pet. That love you have for it. It's like, you really got to cherish it. Like, if you can just clone them, I mean, people treat their dogs not as well. It's like, I can make another one. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's
like Frankenstein pets. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you just fucking...
I don't know. That's
like, could you clone Dougie and Daisy?
Nah, I couldn't do it. It feels
even
so
if they
weird.
Looked exactly... They barked the same.
Because deep down in your conscience, you know what you've done, and you know it's not them.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't do it, man. It'd eat me alive every night before I go to bed.
And they were meant to be dead, which is horrible, but that's the beauty of life.
Exactly.
Though. And you're like, it is weird because when I have pets, do you get this weird feeling every now and then where you're like, why is your life so short? Like, why can't you live
as long as we do?
As long as we do, or at least half our age, right? And then you're like, fuck, one day you guys aren't going to be here anymore. And when that day comes, that's going to ruin me, right?
Oh, yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to escape that feeling? But then it's like, if you did escape it, it wouldn't feel ethical.
Exactly.
You'd be like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing?
100%. Yep.
I couldn't do it.
Everything you said is spot on. Another weird one here. He's an investor in the company. So that's kind of like...
That's another thing.
Is this like some public marketing stunt where it's like... You know what I mean?
Well, people actually have seen him with the dog, and it's literally a spitting fucking image, bro. You see him with it, and there's a picture that has him with his old dog and his new dog. Everything identical, is the same.
But is the personality the same though?
Oh, and who knows? It can't fucking speak. It's like imagine if you clone a human. If you know one of us passed away, and you clone me, or I clone you. Would you have the exact same wit? Would you have the same love for music? Would you have the same, a dog just cocks its legs and pisses and shits, and you know, man, you can only notice so much.
Imagine that we clone you. You look identical, but you can only speak Chinese. Yeah, you are the exact spitting image of the Thunder God.
Yeah.
You're just Chinese.
I'm Thunder God.
Yeah. Thunder God. Like that's you now. Like, fuck. He's so, like, I don't know. That's a weird one. Like, when you clone them, is there part of their existing consciousness?
That's the thing.
Is it still there or not?
That's what they don't know. Like, they don't really know. They think there's biological traits that naturally, like in their subconscious, that would still be there in their genetic makeup, but it's not really them. You know what I mean? It's not. At least I don't think so anyway, you know?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one, man.
And also, what if you had a mad trained dog and it's like full sensible, you like, go sit and does this, does that, and then you clone it, and then maybe you have a kid, and then the kid's pulling on its tail, and then it lashes out at the kid because it's like, it doesn't have that same...
Exactly.
Because you taught it, but in another life.
Yep. With a different conscience. With a different consciousness. Yeah, 100%.
It's literally like Frankenstein. Don't you think? Like, it's like the maker. It's like the maker of life.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Maybe clone a hamster.
Like, wouldn't you feel weirded out if you went to a mate's house and you're like, oh, what's his name? You're like, oh, its name's Jet or whatever, right? And then you're like, oh, yeah, how old is it? It's like, oh, it's like about 2 years old. We cloned him 2 years ago, sorry. Yeah, sorry. And you're like, this is a clone dog. And you're like, yeah. And you're just looking at it and you're like, oh, I don't trust you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, weird.
Here's another one, pretty gnarly. 2 National Guard members in D.C. shot and killed. American authorities say a gunman targeted National Guard members while they were on patrol in Washington, D.C., critically injuring 2 of them. Donald Trump says the suspect is a foreigner who entered the country from Afghanistan. Police have said the suspect was shot and taken into custody. Over 500 National Guards have been deployed in the city. Did they survive? It's been dubbed an act of terror.
Yeah.
Both soldiers were critically injured. After a state governor earlier tweeted they had died.
Fuck.
So they didn't make it? The attack's being investigated as an act of terrorism. Interesting. I thought, isn't that crazy? Because isn't the crime rate in DC really low? Like shooting. Wait. How many shootings?
I didn't think anywhere in America had low crime rating.
No, because that's what Trump's always raving on about in his speeches. DC's got the lowest amount. I don't know if he's just fucking lying.
It's not really it's really a low bar to set to say that if you're in America, to be like, this is the lowest crime rate. Only 50 people in 3 days get killed, as opposed to 100. Is
there any type of Washington D.C. Any type of statistics? No, I can't. I'm not going to be able to find any. No, I don't understand. They've got no idea. They've just lost complete count.
And I think the thing is the fact that it's another immigrant, right? this doesn't help.
It doesn't help. Everything
case.
that's happened. Yeah, it doesn't help.
So, and I feel like I'm not saying that no one loves when this happens, but the people that are against the immigrants, they love that it's an immigrant that done this.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Just furthers their cause.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be like stereotypical, but the alarm bells rang off when he said it's from Afghanistan. You're either trying to escape and you're a good person, or you're one of the bad dudes. I don't know if you've heard, but there are a lot of bad dudes.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's mainly dudes. There's a lot of bad guys in Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the thing, right? That was unfortunate where you had one of the baddies, right, that came from. But then there's also a lot of people that are trying to just escape that shit.
Yeah. For the one dude who's an actual fucking jihadist fucking fuckwit, there's like 500 people actually trying to escape a shithole and get to a better life.
Yeah.
But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. That's very, very sad, man. Very unfortunate. I don't know. When do these cunts draw the line and go, dude, enough's enough with this shit? It's like, it's almost like, how do you say it? It's almost like they just really don't care at this point. Like, this is people dying every day due to gun violence, and no one cares.
No.
They really don't care. They just love their guns so much.
Yeah.
They will just I would imagine being a parent living in that country. Your anxiety would be through the roof.
Did you see that situation recently? An old man, right? His house got broken into by two young kids. They had BB guns on them, not even real guns. One of the old guy that was in his crib, they broke in, they were stealing shit. He shot one of them. One of the kids bled out. The other guy escaped, or other two escaped. They got caught later by the police. The mother was in court going, You use excessive force, blah blah, this and that. But because guns is a thing, they ruled it not excessive force because they broke into his house.
Yeah.
And even though there was BB guns, how was he supposed to know that? Which I guess I can see where they're coming from. But the thing is, the only reason he's let off, this old guy, is because guns are legal, right?
Yeah.
But I do agree with, what the judge said. Your kid was playing adult games and he won an adult prize. Which was like death, right? Which is pretty harsh. But I kind of get that. But the thing is, this wouldn't be a thing
if they didn't have guns.
If they didn't have guns. Yes, people will still intrude. Maybe you can't protect yourself as well from the bad guys, but that's what the police are for. You know what I'm saying? And do the police make mistakes? Yes, but natural civilians also make more mistakes than policemen, even though policemen make a lot of mistakes. But it's better than old Joe Blow from home having his fucking rifle. But then again, you'll get your Joe Rogan. Even Joe Rogan, they're all brainwashed. I know everyone loves Rogan, whatever. I love Rogan. But even him, he's just brought up in the US. If you've grown up in the US, they're all brainwashed to love guns.
Yeah, 100%.
Or think it's all about protection. But it's like, but then what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's like the guns are that prevalent in your country. You feel the need to protect yourself.
Yeah.
That's a problem. But they're never going to stop.
Yeah, it's a...
If they make too much money from guns, it's like that's it.
Yeah,
it's like it's crazy because this mum was just bawling her eyes out in this courtroom because she was coming at it from a mum. I can get her point. She was obviously upset and distressed, but I guess you're never gonna side against your son that got fucking murdered in cold blood. But
of course,
but he was doing a fucking dumb thing, bro. He was he was trying to rob a house with a BB gun and stuff. Like, how's he supposed to know that it was a BB gun? Of course, if you're in America and you're fucking shooting from the hip, if someone trespasses, you can just kill anyone, bro. Isn't that crazy? If you can just kill anyone on your property.
Yeah, castle law, yeah.
It's kind of like the Purge. You're not the Purge, but you're taking the authority of the law in your own hands.
See, I couldn't live there. I'd be that grumpy old white dude. Kid, don't step on that grass, kid. Get your fucking foot off my lawn, motherfucker.
You'll have that dog man from the Appalachians at your house. You know that dog man that is barking and shit?
Fucking Ray the cunt. Okay. Oh, fuck it all. Yeah, fuck that shit. All right, give me one, Joey.
Did you hear about Hitler's DNA they found recently? Researchers claim to have made a pretty shocking discovery in Hitler's DNA. According to Channel 4 documentary that has recently been released called Hitler's DNA, Blueprint of a Dictator, in 1945, after Hitler died in his bunker, one of the US soldiers picked up a blood-stained piece of cloth that was apparently from the couch where he took his own life. But now, 80 years later, scientists claim they've used that bloodstained cloth to sequence Hitler's DNA. So, like, sequencing his DNA just means they did a more in-depth research into his genetic makeup. That's all that means.
Yeah.
From that, they discovered that he likely suffered from a rare genetic disorder. Now, it's called Kalman syndrome, and it's a disorder that stops the normal process of puberty, or at least halts it early. And it can cause things like low or fluctuating testosterone levels. It can leave you infertile, so you can't have any kids. And it can even and often prevent the full development of sexual organs. They say that this could mean that Hitler's right testicle was undescended, which meant that it never quite dropped properly, leaving him with what looked like only one testicle. And about 10% of people with this syndrome, Kalman syndrome, also have a micropenis.
That has to be a troll, right?
No. Now, before this discovery, there's been previous medical records suggesting that he only had one testicle, and there are also extensive historical accounts of Hitler avoiding or not caring about intimacy. Like, he had a wife, he didn't really care for it. Apparently, according to multiple records and multiple people, that he was just obsessed with art and politics. And perhaps this could be one of the reasons why. This new study also debunked a long-standing myth that Hitler had Jewish ancestry, because his genes apparently also only showed Austrian and German. But as for the micropenis, obviously that's only 10% of people with that disorder, but he actually did have Kalman syndrome. So that meant, like, it stops production of the sexual organs early. It can stop testosterone production. But that makes sense because his mustache matched his penis. Like he had a little mustache, little cock.
It makes no sense though, because they say
it makes perfect sense. Why was
low
he so
testosterone.
angry?
This cunt was fucking screaming his fucking head off fucking constantly.
He was on meth because he was on meth.
I don't get it.
But doesn't that make sense? It's always the angry little guys. With, like, why are you so angry?
So this guy had a micro penis and he was that angry about it, he murdered fucking 500 million people.
You might have a small cock.
Yeah,
you can't have life.
Hold on a second. That doesn't make any sense to me. Is this on Netflix? What is this?
No. It was on Channel 4 in England.
Oh,
it's Channel 4. It's a Channel 4. It's a documentary in England, and it had all this shit on it. But
micro penis.
A US. Obviously, they threw that in there for a laugh because 10% of the people that have a micro penis. But it makes sense though. Like, why was he so mad? I know he hated the Jews. And
he had a micro penis.
He had a micro penis. That would add to your frustration. Surely
he didn't have kids.
No, he never had kids. And his wife, he was only married for a short time before they both killed himself. He shot himself in the head and she used cyanide poisoning to kill herself. But they were only married for a little bit. He wasn't with her for long. He rarely had an intimate partner, according to historical records. But then some people believe it could be as well, on top of that, the fact that his job, and his beliefs. Like, his beliefs was just a pure Aryan race. He only cared about art and politics and this and that. Like, because he did give a whole lot of shit about art and obviously politics, clearly, even though he wasn't on the right side of it, of course. But so he had one undescended testicle as well. So you bet your ass that the little intimacy that him and his wife did have, she was only juggling with one ball. So she was just gargling that Nazi nut.
One nut.
That one Nazi nut, huh? 9!
One!
Yeah. Address the court while I'm sucking this one nut. Huh?
Can you? What a weird timeline. Can you imagine being one of the soldiers busting in that bunker? What a weird time, eh? Like, you just shot this one nutted prick there, his nuts hanging out, rolled away down the stairs. But
then it's weird how even after all this time, scientists
have only just now.
But they're not even just testing his DNA; they're sequencing it. So they want to get an even deeper understanding of what he like, because only through sequencing is where you can find what disorders and shit they had. Because normal DNA testing, you can only see their heritage essentially, and like, you know what I mean, like a bit of their genetic makeup. But the sequencing is where they found that he actually had this disorder, which obviously they didn't know his exact like health records beforehand. Like they knew he dabbled in drugs and shit, obviously through like, you know, the book Blitzed and all that stuff. But like, it was like, now they're like, oh yeah, like obviously they all like to throw in the micropenis bit, but that bit is true. 10% of people with Kalman's syndrome do have a micropenis because it stops reproductive organs from growing. So whatever age you get that Kalman syndrome, if it stops when you're like, if you get Kalman's syndrome or Kalman's disorder at like a younger age, your cock hasn't completely developed, right?
And the book Blitz, who was that by?
I cannot remember from the top of my head. But Blitzed, I don't know who wrote it, but
is it Blitz Drugs in Nazi Germany?
yes,
The
author.
The author is Norman Ohler.
Yes. And that just talks about how, you know, they stormed Poland in like took over Poland in like 3 or 4 days, bro. And like people wonder how they did it so quick. It's because they were all fucking jacked up on meth and shit.
Yeah, but also Poland has never had a strong military either. That's another thing.
That as well.
People have to remember that too. Like if you're a nation that doesn't have a military, and then you've got these cunts on crack busting in with tanks and shit, you're gonna fucking surrender in literally less than 48 hours. You'll be like, fuck, like.
Well, yeah, he literally. He literally went out like Elvis in terms of remember how Elvis looked like complete shit near the end, and he was only like 40 something or whatever. Yeah. Hitler was like 42 or whatever, and he already was like aging bad.
Yeah, apparently towards the end his hand wouldn't stop shaking and shit. Like it was just that stressed out.
And the enemy, which was I think was it England or America or both? I forget.
Or everyone.
All
of us were the enemy, man.
They hit his the compounds that done like the drugs and shit, they hit that first. They destroyed that first. So those dirty cunts went, "Oi, we're gonna hit his," because they knew he was off his face. They in the book Blitz, they talk about it. They hit the drug manufacturing factories first. So the guy was withdrawing before he fucking died as well.
That's fucked.
Yeah. And he had a micro penis. Come on, we're overlooking the micro penis, man. He had macro anger but micro dick.
Okay, Ethiopian. Is that how you say
Ethiopian, yeah.
Ethiopian volcano erupts for first time in 12,000 years. Ash clouds apparently going up higher than airplanes. A volcano in Ethiopia's northeastern region has erupted for the first time in nearly 12,000 years, sending thick plumes of smoke up to 14 kilometers into the sky and across the Red Sea towards Yemen and Oman. The Haile Gubi volcano erupted on Sunday for several hours.
Several hours is crazy.
Yeah. But how do they know it the last time was 12,000 years ago?
How do they know?
Like, how do they know? Like, is this just a guesstimated guess?
Or do they have people propelling down by ropes and just rubbing their finger along the side of the volcano and be like,
Yeah, 12 years ago. The volcano rises about 500 meters in altitude. Ash clouds from the volcano drifted over Yemen, Oman, India, northern Pakistan. You could also see the plumes of smoke from space. Obviously, no injuries. But, like, I'm assuming you've got nothing near the vicinity, right?
Yeah, no
like,
way.
You don't just start building near a volcano because you know at some point...
Well, maybe after 12,000 years, people go, that's never going to go. And then this guy's, like, just building his house. Like,
finally finished the last nail. When it starts erupting, shit!
We had to start again.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
But then I wonder, like, the air quality of that area
would be fucked for ages, wouldn't it? Like, you'd be breathing in toxic fucking fumes and shit. You'd be all fucked up.
Look up what causes the volcano that's been dormant for that long to... Is it is it similar shit that causes a tsunami, like tectonic plates and shit? Is it all kind of linked? I know that doesn't always happen. Like, tsunamis happen when tectonic plates happen, like that shift when they're in the ocean, right? But is it tectonic plates in that certain area?
No. So volcanoes erupt when pressure builds up from magma, gas, and bubbles
From the core of the Earth?
deep inside the Earth, forcing the material up through the vents in the crust. As magma rises, gases within it expand and increase the pressure. This pressure can become so great that it causes the volcano to explode, sending lava, ash, and gas into the atmosphere.
Fucking hell.
That's a weird one to kind of understand.
It's like the Earth's fart that it's been holding in for fucking thousands of years.
Yeah.
So the Earth's just had one massive bellyache for ages, and then
Mother Earth just had some fucking space Kentucky Fried Chicken.
some space vindaloo, some chicken vindaloo. That's
Oh, no!
I should not have had that spices. God,
that's actually some pretty. How do they know that shit though?
Yeah.
Like they've had to send
look that up. How do they know? Like, is it archaeologists? Like who?
Okay,
I feel so dumb that I don't know.
Who studies volcanoes? Scientists called volcanologists.
God, that's made up. That's fucking. Imagine meeting someone.
Volcanologists.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm Joey. Oh, what do you do? I'm a
volcanologist.
I'm a volcanologist. How do you say it? What?
Volcanologist.
Oh, volcanologist. Bro, volcanologist. I'm a volcanologist. Bro, you're a what? It's like, you're unemployed, aren't you? I'm like, yep. You just make it up.
This is a field within geology that uses variety. I can't even say that word now. Variety. Of scientific disciplines, including geochemistry, geophysics, remote sensing, to understand volcano formation, activity, and hazards.
Okay, so another bunch of words that I don't know.
Do they get paid, or is this like all is this all volunteer?
I don't trust a voluntary volcanologist. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just a volcanologist is really just someone that's unemployed that's too scared to tell their friends they're unemployed, and they're like, let's combine two words: archaeologist and volcanoes.
He's a streamer volcanologist.
Watch me rub my dick against the inside of some volcano.
Donate, please, fucking hell.
That's fucked. Did you hear 2 kids from Texas planned an invasion? 2 young men from Texas, 21-year-old Gavin Weisenberg and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas, were charged with plotting to invade an island just off of Haiti. And not just any invasion. Prosecutors say they plan to seize Gonave Island, wipe out the men, and enslave the women and children. Yeah. According to the investigators, the pair spent almost a year researching weapons, trying to buy a sailboat, learning the Haitian language, and even taking combat and sailing training just to pull this off. They allegedly tried to recruit homeless people in Washington, D.C. as a makeshift army, offering them roles in the takeover. The plan fell apart when one of them was arrested in mid-2025, and both now face federal charges for conspiracy to murder, kidnap, and commit violence overseas, plus unrelated child exploitation charges. They've both pleaded not guilty, but prosecutors say that this was a well-mapped out DIY coup with shockingly evil intentions. Bro, these guys, imagine trying to...
Are they 2 white dudes?
Yes, and white dudes that look like fucking racists, man. And they look like fucking misogynistic fucking pigs, bro. They just look like... They've just had a hard life, you know.
Is there a photo of these
Their
guys?
dad probably drank themselves scentless, probably touched them, and they just don't know happiness, man. These guys, I get people make mistakes. This isn't a mistake. They literally tried to learn another language. They tried to buy a sailboat.
Oh my God, they look like school shooters.
They look like school shooters.
Oh my God.
One of them looks like they both look like incels.
Why do they all look the same?
Yeah.
Why?
There's a specific demographic.
There's no way.
No.
Holy shit.
Other than those guys that rob the Louvre, they're never hot. They're never attractive people.
No.
Right?
Isn't conspiracy to murder worse than murder? Like if you get caught planning to kill someone.
Well, yeah, because it's premeditated. Yeah. And they wanted to
worse.
But they wanted to not just that, wipe out all the men and enslave the women. Do you know how many people live on Gonava Island? 85,000 people. 85.
How the fuck?
So that's why they tried to recruit homeless people from DC and they tried to take over. Stupid, bro. Like, they've watched too many movies, man. It's not that easy.
That's too many nights on Discord and Reddit and you know,
giving donations to streamers.
Yeah, donating to streamers. You know what I'm saying, man? What the hell? One going so far as joining the US military to acquire training for an armed attack, with the goal of killing all the men and using the women and children for sex.
Yeah. Like,
fuck, man.
do you know what I mean? Like he had a goal. as well. Like some people just aimlessly kill, which is also fucked. But he was like, you know what? We'll kill all the men, but let's fucking enslave all the women.
Well, which is weird because attorneys for both of the men are saying that they're going to enter not guilty pleas.
Yeah, I know. What do you mean?
How do you?
The blueprint, you got caught with the plans. Like, do you know what I mean? You had it all mapped out. It's like, you're like, no. This is the, you know, in a parallel universe, you know, we would have done this, but we were just saying, what if? It's like, if we were to do it, this is how we'd do it. We weren't actually going to do it. And it's like, so why did you undertake all that training? Why did you try to buy a sailboat?
See, this is the dicey one because the attorneys are saying that they technically have done nothing wrong and they believe that the government are going to have a hard time trying to prove that they were ever actually going to go ahead with said ploy.
But imagine committing to a language course, Iggy. Imagine going, let's learn their language so they understand the threats that we're going to be making to them.
Yeah, I think they got to go to jail regardless.
Right?
Like, if you get caught with the plans, that's your plan. You're trying to plan it. But
But I get what they're saying. Nothing was done, but it's like, that's like saying a child predator, like a pedophile or whatever, right? It's like, do you know how when they used to remember people would catch a predator? They get to catch a predator. They meet up with the kid. Do they get put away?
I don't know.
Because it's like, if the guy's standing there on the corner with his dick in his hand and he's expecting a 14-year-old to rock up, it's like, your intentions were clearly to fuck that kid. You know what I'm saying?
There's a weird one. These two, the men, they could face up to 30 years if proven, if convicted. These two, that's a fuck one.
If I was a judge, both of those guys would walk through the court.
I'd be like,
and
done.
I see them and I go, oh,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Lock him up.
He was walking with an Asian man was walking with a toy gun and they mobilized the SWAT team.
What, here?
Yeah,
in Liverpool?
In Beaumont. Oh. So, trying to find the article. Yeah. So an Asian man found a toy gun at one of those junk piles on the side of the road, and apparently he put a whole school in lockdown.
Oh my God.
And they mobilized the SWAT team because they thought there was some cunt walking around with an assault rifle. It was a toy gun.
Yeah.
The poor cunt, you could tell, could hardly speak English. They're trying to interview this cunt and he's just standing there like he's got no idea what the fuck is going on.
Did the gun look real?
The video looks real, yeah.
Okay.
But it's someone's home CCTV. It's like all blurry and shit. So it looks like a fucking gun.
Or was it not a handgun? It was like a
no,
big
it was like an assault rifle.
Oh,
yeah. Half a dozen schools and daycare centres across Sydney's north were plunged into lockdown on Monday after a man was spotted with what looked like a gun. The sight sparked widespread panic and a rapid police response until it was discovered the weapon was a toy. The incident unfolded at 11 a.m. on Monday when the man was seen walking down Guardian Avenue at Beaumont Hills, reported by a resident fearing the worst.
But like, I don't care what ethnicity you are. You got to be kind of stupid to even be holding a fake.
Look at the photos.
Oh my!
Yeah, they're all blurry and shit.
Oh yeah.
It's 2025 and CCTV footage is still blurry.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. You can still see it's a fucking. It's a gun, right?
That looks real as fuck through the CCTV.
And that's the thing. I was speaking from Australia. I guess.
I was wearing a bucket hat and shit.
Bro, this guy, man. But I wonder, like, what his.
That's where he found the gun. At a rubbish pile.
That's funny. And he would have just been like, oh, firearm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Young Jimmy play with this one. Oh. The cops and robbers. Yeah. What a funny cunt, bro.
I feel like that's a thing. I mean, at least they're onto it. Like, I like to know that they're onto it. But this is the thing, right? I know that a gun's a gun. They would have deployed the SWAT team or whatever regardless. But I feel like it's because America is on the world stage of, like, everyone keeps up with American politics. We talk about it every week, right? Because there's so much gun violence overseas. As soon as anyone pulls out anything that looks like a gun here, everyone's like, school shooting. That's close down all the schools. But I mean, they kind of passed the test if we're talking, you know, it's almost like it was a you know how they do fire alarm tests where it's not really a fire, it's just a drill?
Yeah, the drill.
It's almost like they passed the drill, you know what I mean?
Well, it is good that we're onto it.
Yeah.
Considering we're a country.
Because if this Asian guy was walking all day with this thing and just going up to a school and then just tapping it against the fence of the school, like,
The SWAT doesn't come till 7 hours later.
Yeah,
This cunt's
yeah.
falling asleep in the fucking park bench with the gun
just
there.
scratching his cock with his gun. Just
Speaking of our friends in Germany, Germany apparently wants to build Europe's strongest army again.
yeah.
New conscription bill.
Yeah. Voluntary conscription.
What
for
are
now.
they trying to do?
Well, apparently there's something about in 2029 they're expecting Russia to attack them or whatever, or up around that time. They're expecting something out of
Russia ain't gonna do shit, man. All right,
Yeah.
Putin's fucking old as shit now. Doesn't even know he's left from right anymore. All right?
How old is Putin?
This
He's a
cunt's-
vampire.
He's
Isn't
like 110 years old. This cunt's got no idea what day it is. They ain't gonna do shit. All right. So why are they building the army? Weird.
Maybe they just realized that Hitler did have a micro penis, so they're trying to avenge that.
Chancellor Friedrich Merz pledged to build Europe's strongest army, a tall order for a country whose military has undergone years of neglect. Okay, rightfully so. The coalition government is hoping a new bill agreed upon last week will help make this a reality, bolstering Germany's forces in the face of the perceived threat, Russia.
They just got to come up with a new symbol. It can't be the swastika. If they're trying to bring back the swastika, but it's like, oh no, we changed the
We changed the colors.
It's going the other way. Like, you know,
Look at the emblem is a dash hound, but it's got the swastika behind the dash hound.
Just have like just have the word Jews and then it being a love heart. Do you know what I mean? Like just go the exact opposite way and be like, no, we do love the Jews. You know what I mean? Like you have to.
The goal, the sweeping new reforms will see Germany attempt to boost its numbers to 260,000 soldiers from the current 180,000. But it's kind of also like, how long do you not let these cunts kind of like hold their own? Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Like, so for example, every nation has its own duty to defend itself, right?
But don't they have their duty? Like, why has their army lacked for so long? Is that their own doing, or
Well, because they started 2 world wars. Well,
is that why?
yeah, man. They didn't start World War One.
But was it a formal thing, or did they go?
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
No,
we need to take it.
Yeah.
We need to take it low.
Yeah, no. So what happened?
They just tried to lay low, like
What were the?
because they were really. I know, like in that time of those world wars, they had one of the most fucking ferocious armies. Right? I might be wrong.
Yeah.
They were strong.
So after World War II, right, there was a lot of sanctions and shit. Just like World War I against Germany. Yeah, Germany was subjected to significant restrictions, including demilitarization, territorial loss, and economic reparations. The country was then divided into 4 Allied occupation zones. So that's right. So after World War II, Germany was split up into quarters. Russia had one, England had one, America had one, and then whatever. I think France had
Is
the
that
other
to
one.
stop them from kind
Yes,
of?
yeah. That's to stop them from
rebuilding
fucking
and-
regrouping and going
Okay.
fuck these cunts and going like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they stop, bro. The atrocities they did, like there has to be
we're fucked.
there has to be punishment
Yeah,
for
of
it. You
course.
can't just let them go. All right, guys, see you next time, and then everyone just leaves them alone again. Like you got to fucking
They're like, we'll be back.
yeah, you got to watch these motherfuckers, right?
And did that last? Has that lasted up until recently?
Nah. So I wonder. They were also made to obviously pay war reparations. And the government was initially run by the Allied powers.
Yeah.
Before being split into 2 separate countries, East and West Germany in 1949, which I think now they're just back to Germany. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's just one thing. But how long though? Yeah, but you can't just watch them forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at some point you got to go, all right, guys, don't do it again.
Yeah.
See you later. We're out of here.
All the
Like,
Nazis have died.
Yeah, like
Let's fucking.
So
then now they're kind of just like replenish their army now. That's what they're trying to do now via
yeah, so
conscription.
they've got a military, but it's tiny. Like there's like
Yeah.
180,000 or whatever.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
trying to bolster up the number. But again, like in saying that, at what point we kind of at one point just got to let them go. All right,
Yeah.
do what you want, because if Russia does like in saying another alternate universe, Russia does decide to go fuck this shit. They go full Hitler on us, start invading and shit. You don't want Germany to be like the next Poland, and they just get taken over in fucking 2 days.
Yeah.
They need to fucking kind of hold their own
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah. It has been, what, 80-something years? But, like, they're doing it via conscription, so they must actually have trouble trying to get people to join. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Otherwise, they would. But right now, it's voluntary. But if they don't get enough, they will go to mandatory conscription,
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
But they're trying it out to offer people some
incentives, probably.
Incentives, yeah, to do it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. Yeah, that's right. Because again, you do gotta feel fucking sorry for Germans to an extent where it's like, fuck, you know what I mean? It's almost like
they got a bad rap.
They got like one of their insane politicians led that country and manipulated that country into doing such crazy shit that now Germans 80 years later probably don't want nothing to do with the military. That's probably why they get no one.
Even now, there's a stigma of German people, and I hate to say this, but in my brain, when I think, oh yeah, German people, I'm like, huh. In my head, I'm like, that
happened.
That happened, right?
Yeah.
I think about that. Not that they teach it in schools and shit because they're ashamed of it, as anyone would be. But like, there's more normies in German than there are fucking crazy people. But it's like us, all right? We're not really involved with Australian politics. If we just had some crazy dictator, and a lot of the Nazis that ended up joining, like, a lot of them would have found themselves near the end, right? A lot of it was just lies that Hitler, and they would just manipulate people and just go, because one thing leads to another. It was like a snowball effect, right? They wouldn't have all joined up and straight away it was like what it was at 1945. It would have been a slow burn of like changes, and all of a sudden they're fucking pulling Jews out of their house, and then they're like, oh fuck. And some people, obviously, some sick fucks would have loved it, but some people would have been like, some Nazis would have been like, what are we doing now? Like
100%.
On meth, like fuck, I can't stop.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I've got my last one. Did you see Pauline Hanson?
Oh my god! Do you know she's tried to ban the burqa since 2017? She'd done this 2017 as well. This is her second time.
You gotta give it to her. It's pretty funny.
So explain it to the people just in case.
Pretty fucking funny.
Just in case they didn't know.
Pauline Hanson once again has gone into Parliament House dressed in a burqa.
And mind you, she's a white woman with red hair.
All you see is her white legs underneath the burqa.
Yeah.
And
bro.
But have you seen her popularity surging?
Bro,
it's up like 25%.
One Nation isn't One Nation like hard right? Like hard right.
I think so.
Like hard right. But the thing is,
but she's gonna win one day. I'm telling you, she's gonna win. All around the world, people are like leaning more towards right, and it's because people on the left do such extreme shit that then normal people lean more right, but then that lets the extreme right people go, yeah, like fuck the immigrants and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always just a sway between the two. Like you can't.
It's hard because I'm like, what? First of all,
like I don't.
It's
does
hard.
It bother her that much?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like
she hates it that much. Doesn't matter.
Why? Like, how much out of your day? Like, how many people in your life do you see wearing a burqa? And if you do, right? You know, does it bother you at all? Are you fearing? Are you Islamophobic? Are you just?
Do you want to know the only thing that crosses my mind when I see them full head to toe, where you can't even see their eyes?
What?
I'm like, fuck, they've got to be boiling under that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think of, and then I just don't think, and I just keep going.
Well, they've actually made they've actually made breathable sportswear.
Like aerodynamic hijabs. Ones.
Yeah. They've made it's the Aussie version. You wouldn't see that in fucking Afghanistan. Yeah. They probably wear the fucking cotton ones or whatever.
Yeah.
But like over here, they've made the more progressive hijabs and burqas and shit. But
for the heat, yeah.
My thing is, people that have a problem with this are they have an undertone of racism, and they mask it in righteousness, and then they mask it in, it's for national security and it's oppressive to women. It's like, let me tell you, 90% of women that wear the hijab or the burqa voluntarily wear it for religious purposes, or because it's like the ethnicity, like the culture, right? And a lot of them as well, to escape the man's gaze, right? So say if they're in a relationship with another Muslim man, right? Yes, I guess there are definitely women out there that are being oppressed in Afghanistan that can't show their ankles. That's fucked up, right? But that's like grouping everyone into the same boat. It's like saying all Muslims are terrorists. That's just not the case, right? A lot more. All terrorists are Muslim, but all Muslims aren't terrorists, right? Well, not all terrorists, but most terrorists happen to be Muslim, but not all Muslims are bad people. You know what I mean? There's radicals and there's extremes. That's like with women that wear hijabs and burqas. Like a lot of them do it for their own free will, right? That's just what it is. And if they want to do that, then let them do it. It is a bit weird when, for example, when you go to the service station, the petrol station, you can't wear your motorbike helmet into the service station. You have to take it off before you go in. But you could rock up on a motorbike with your burqa blowing in the wind, and then you fill up and you go into the petrol station and you don't take the burqa off. And I get that, right? And I guess that's because we allow a bit of leeway to those that are religious because it's a touchy subject. Religion is touchy, right? Because no one wants to come off as racist. But I'll tell you who doesn't care about coming off as racist? Pauline Hanson. Bro, that bitch is like fully racist. You got to believe that, Iggy, right?
You're right.
She's racist or Islamophobic at least, bro.
She makes me laugh, bro.
I get it's heavy. I get the burqa's it's pretty intense. If you didn't know what the burqa was, it looks like a dangerous ghost.
Yeah.
It looks like Casper gone wild, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like when you see it, you're like, oh, okay. But it's not crazy as in I'm like, oh, this person's like a danger. I just think, okay, well, good for them. That's their religion. Do I believe in religion like that? Do I do that? I'm not a religious person. I'm not that way inclined ethically or culturally. It's not in my culture. Would I like to wear one? Fuck no. It's hot nowadays in Australia.
It's like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Give me the opposite of a burqa. Give me a loincloth around my cock and
That's
nothing
it.
else.
Yeah. And some Jesus sandals.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It's like at the end of the day, but then I was having a conversation with an old friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, but we're being outbred like 6-1 from Muslims to Aussies. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, ethnics and like Arabs are having more kids than us. So eventually what happens when 6-1 people in the Parliament House are Muslim and then we end up living under Sharia law? And in my head, I was like, bro, that's like saying what happens if aliens come down next year? I'm like, I get that maybe in some alternate reality, hundreds and hundreds of years down the track, because we're a heavily multicultural country, right? There's a lot of immigrants coming in, right? We got Africans, we got Asians, we got Arabs that are Muslim and this and that. Maybe one day in hundreds of years to come, the Parliament House could maybe be majority Muslim, right? And then that, I guess, to some people is a scary thing to think about. But it's like, I'm not going to be alive for it. You're not going to be alive for it. And on top of that, what are we going to do about it? Posting a shit post on Facebook going, what's Auntie Pauline Hanson is what's she doing for us? This and that. Like she's supporting what Pauline Hanson is doing. It's kind of crazy, man.
It's a weird, it's an interesting point. I don't think even in hundreds, thousands, I don't think there can be as many motherfucking immigrants coming in. I don't think there's ever going to be a point where like Parliament House is mostly Muslim.
No.
Because even if that did happen, you have to remember
it's Australia.
You've got these crazy far right motherfuckers that will lose their shit and come out guns blazing.
That's when you kind of need Pauline Hanson. If people if Sharia law, that's the only time I would have a problem with this is if I get that we're multicultural and I like that Australia's multicultural. I really like it, right? Me sounding racist. I really like that we're multicultural. It's like, why are you going so hard in the paint, bro? No, but like that's kind of what we pride ourselves on, right?
Yeah.
But if we were under Sharia law, I would fucking hate that. That's pretty crazy.
That
right?
would never happen.
That would never slide.
That would never.
But my mate, one of his things were, what happens? He has kids, right? So he's thinking ahead about the future his kids are going to grow up in, and I get that. I get you thinking about the future, but I'm like, man, just focus on what's in front of you, man. And he goes, but you're living with your head buried in the sand, bro. Like, think about tomorrow. Think about that. And I'm like, I'm worried about, look at all the worries in the world. Australian men, what about the domestic violence in Australia? Australian men beat the shit out of their women all the fucking time, right? Apparently, domestic violence goes up when sporting events are fucking happening, right? So it's like there's so many. What about the cost of living in Australia being so high that people can't even afford fucking milk and shit? That's happening. Why are we focusing about whether a Muslim woman or man is wearing a fucking burqa, bro? Like there's so many. It's like America. Not fixing the Medicare system, the medical system, but rather focusing on trans people. That's the similar thing. We're focused on dumb shit, and it feels a bit racist to me, a little bit. I can't help but feel there's a bit of underlying, because everyone that kind of has that hard in the paint thing about banning the burqa, like nothing else. Like you don't think nothing else other than banning the burqa? Like why that? That's what I want to believe. Like, why that? Tell me why. Tell me why ain't nothing like a hot burqa.
It isn't it? Hey, I've touched on it many times, especially in the middle of the year when everyone was marching over immigrants and shit. I feel like...
Like, do you feel like it's a threat of national security?
Nah.
Do you think it's
Nah.
like maybe in certain areas? What about this? When they go
Listen
to a bank,
to me,
what
man.
about-
When a fucking terrorist does a terrorist attack, they're not wearing a fucking burqa head to fucking toe. The motherfucker's got to see what he's fucking doing. These guys are wearing like Adidas fucking sneakers, and he's wearing like they're not even wearing turbans and shit.
You see a guy with a burqa, and he doesn't know where to drop the bomb.
Yeah,
He's like,
oh fucking, oh my god, and then like just froze it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not.
Sorry, is that his mate?
Yeah, like fuck.
Yeah.
They're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usually,
but in certain places, right? Like, can they go into a bank with their burqa? Can they go into like? Do you know how some institutions, you like, for example, their passport photo? Do they need to do these ones? Like do they need to put, like for a second just peel the burqa up, be like peekaboo? You know what I mean? I was gonna say if they're at a club, but no person in a burqa is going to a club. Otherwise, they're a fucking fraud. You know what I mean? But imagine like a person with a burqa at an EDM show, like just fucking head bopping.
I mean, hey, if you're there for the music, man, everyone's fucking welcome.
Yeah.
And look, it's a weird. I don't know. I think people who are so like into like, oh, the immigrants, or like in the future, like the Muslims are going to take over. It's like, man, they ain't going to do shit, man. All right, listen to me. They're not going to do shit. All right, we have every country has their stern way of living. And like, I will die on this hill. 90-something% of whether you're Muslim, African, Chinese, Indian, Pakistan, wherever the fuck you're coming from, if you are coming here, they love it here.
Yeah.
They love it here. They love our values. They're all Australian, right? Most of them. Every Muslim I met is a sick cunt.
Yeah.
They're fucking, there's Aussie as the next bloke down the road. Every fucking Asian guy I've met is a fucking sick cunt, and they fucking love drinking their VBs and driving fucking V8 supercars and shit.
Yeah.
Every fucking dude I've met from fucking Pakistan is, bro, Indian courier drivers at work. Right? I deal with them a lot. We all fucking bag them out and shit, but these cunts are rocking up, fucking listening to AC/DC, wearing fucking Akubras and shit. They jump out, hey, man, how you going, brother? And they shake your hand and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They love it here. Like, but the people who think, oh, the Sharia law is going to take over and then my kid's going to be this. It's like, it's a hard way to describe that way of thinking. It's almost like you have let the media blindside you and manipulate you so hard to one way, you forgot to look the other way for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, bro, Muslims aren't going to take over nothing, man. Like, yes, there's a lot of the fuckers, but there's a lot of white people too. There's a lot of fucking Chinese cunts everywhere. It's like, you know what I'm saying? We're all everywhere. It's just how Earth is, man. We're all humans and we've all migrated everywhere and gone, boosh.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
The only thing that my friend said that made me think for a second, and even then it didn't sway me, but I was like, oh, okay. He said, how come that when we go over there, we can't show skin, we can't do this. But then when they come here, they don't have to change nothing. They can wear whatever. And I'm like,
but who's going on a holiday to fucking Afghanistan, motherfucker? Seriously, bro. Like, I get it, but I'm not going there.
He's like, oh, this wasn't my plane. And it's going down. Why is my plane going down?
Like, I'm not going on holidays to those shitholes. That's why half of them are leaving.
Yeah. Why is the plane beeping?
Like, I get it. Beep. I do get it, right? But it's like, dude.
Yeah.
Look up the statistic of holidays that are Westerners that go on holidays to Pakistan. Like, oh, sorry, honey, did you pack my burqa, Chloe? Get my black burqa with my Adidas shoes.
When you said Birks, she thought you meant burqa, but it was Birkenstocks.
Get my burqa. Like,
get my Birks.
Like, I get it, but it's also like, dude, us white people aren't going there, and those motherfuckers leave those shitholes to come here because it's hectic here.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, I get some of the points, but it's like you said, it's like almost
culture.
It's just
different.
Like surface level. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Right. The whole motorbike thing at the service station, I kind of get it, but I don't ride motorbikes, so I don't give two fucks.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was a diehard like motorbike rider, but like,
but then also, why do you care? Just take off your fucking helmet. Yeah.
But it takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't you want to breathe there anyway?
Yeah.
I'm sure the guy wearing the fucking burqa is probably walking around going, fuck, I wish I could take this. I can guarantee you they're going around the back of the 7-Eleven going, and trying to cool down. You know what I'm saying? But they can't because it's religious. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let them, bro. If you're religion, you want to fucking dress as Barney the dinosaur and go praying at the park at 12 o'clock, by all fucking means, go do it.
Yeah.
Just don't, like I said 1,000 times, just don't block the road and stop other people from getting to where they got to go. Like when it comes to protests and shit. I don't give a fuck what you're protesting about. Power to you. Go do it. Just don't block the roads.
Yeah.
Don't block the roads. I've got to get to work. Like you said, shit is so expensive. Right, a fucking carton of eggs and milk and bread these days costs you $25. Back in the day, it was $2.
Yeah.
No one talks about that, do we? No one cares about that.
Except you got Pauline Hanson just in the fucking Parliament House.
Like, you're worried about your kid's fucking future. You should be protesting about this cost of living shit, because by the time your kid's fucking 20, this fucking peanut's going to be paying $35 for one loaf of bread.
And I'll tell you what's more hilarious.
Like,
after the conversation, like when we're nearing the end of the convo, at the end, he sends me a voice memo. He goes, man, I'm too high for this shit. So he was honestly, he was smoking weed while I was discussing this. And I'm like, oh my God, this conversation feels fucking invalid now.
Pointless.
You know what I'm saying?
Pointless.
Fucking hell.
Look, it's an interesting one. I don't understand what she's trying to prove, but it's crazy that her popularity rate is going up. I don't know.
But there's
man.
always, that's the funny thing about like life. There's always going to be people, even my mate, right, he's in Queensland now. Even our differing opinions, there's always going to be people that just view shit differently, who worry about shit that doesn't need to be worried about. They don't focus on the things that matter, rather than like kind of some undertone of hate in their cause. You know what I mean? But there's always going to be people like that. So I just hope that they don't prevail. You know what I'm saying? I feel like just cool, reasonable heads and just focusing on like shit that everyone cares about, which is cost of living. And that
money.
That's money.
Money. Let's talk about money. That's that's a protest I'll go to.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. We're all protesting over people wearing fucking rags on their heads. Who cares? They don't wear whatever the fuck they want, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I mean? But we've never protested about wages, have we?
No.
Not once. Not one time.
Because the business owners are like, shh.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Yeah. But it is an interesting one. Remember, my friends, doesn't matter how, eventually you're going to go so far one way and you're going to go so far this way.
Yeah.
It all just leads back
to Pauline Hanson.
Down to the middle. Pauline Hanson. But
let us know your thoughts about it, guys.
Yeah,
As long as it's not racist, then it'll be brought up on next week's episode.
It made me laugh, though, just the video, because the way she walked in, I was like, oh.
Yeah, and it's the whitest person in there as well.
Her legs are wide.
Her legs are wide as, yeah.
Man. I'm like, God damn it. Well, let me just quickly read it, because Denmark, I'm pretty sure, completely banned the burqa.
Oh, did they ban it?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Are there any countries that have banned the burqa?
The burqa-dirk.
Well, okay, so numerous countries have actually banned or partially banned the burqa or face coverings in public spaces. I think that's the main one that everyone kind of gets up in arms about. This is including France, Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands, China, Tajikistan, never heard of that country, and Sri Lanka. I thought Sri Lanka had a big Muslim population. Didn't they? Or no? Maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
These bans are often implemented for reasons of security, public order, citing the need for facial identification. I mean, I guess you can just have your fucking face out. Like, I don't know, man. Does it? I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, man. That doesn't matter. But
like I said, man, Sri Lanka, you really don't have any more problems. Like, you don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Although the other ones, like Denmark, Netherlands, and that, their peace rating is pretty high, so they're kind of looking for shit to fuss about.
But then in saying that too, remember, it's like you said a couple episodes ago. I can't remember when you said it. Especially politics. Whatever party's in will always do shit to further their agenda.
Yeah.
To win that next election. So there was probably a bit more of a right-wing party in these countries, and to get more votes, they've gone, we're going to ban the burqa, and everyone's gone, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, what's really right-wing that we can do? You know what I mean? Like,
well, this is how it is. It's either left or right, orange or black, white or blue. Whoever's in is going to do things that the blue team are going to prefer. The white team is going to do things that the white team.
Yeah. It's never down the middle, you know?
It's never down the middle. It's always, they're going to always do those things to win those votes for that next fucking term, that next election, to stay in power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that was it for me, man.
I got one more to wrap up, and then we'll get out of here.
Hit me.
McGregor opened up on social media after a roughly 2-month break, saying he underwent ibogaine treatment in Tijuana, Mexico at a clinic called Ambio. He framed the therapy as a way to address trauma and heal deeply, not just mental, but spiritual. Connor said that he was blessed to meet the most forward-thinking doctors from Stanford University and undergo a series of treatments to address trauma. Ibogaine is a psychedelic compound, for those that want to know, that's being studied for trauma, PTSD, brain injury, and substance abuse, though it can come with serious risks. Some of these risks include cardiac risk. One of the biggest safety issues is Ibogaine can cause serious heart problems.
Really?
Yeah, including fatal arrhythmias, which is like your out-of-beat heartbeat.
How do you spell it? Sorry?
Ibogaine. I-B-O-G. I was about to say gay. G-A-I-N-E. It can cause also nausea, tremors, ataxia, which is lack of coordination, gastrointestinal issues, and in rare cases, psychosis or mania. Its legal status, very mixed globally. In the US, it's Schedule 1, so illegal for general medical use. In some countries like Mexico, which Connor went to get this treatment, NZ, South Africa, there are treatment centres. In Australia, Ibogaine is very restricted, so Schedule 9 in some contexts. Regulatory hurdles and research, right? Because of safety concerns and legal restrictions, large-scale testing and well-controlled trials are still limited. So it's hard to really get a gauge of how legit it actually is. But post-treatment needs are, even if Ibogaine does help, or like does help reset cravings or trauma, ongoing support, therapy, integration is very important. Many users report that Ibogaine is not a standalone cure, right? So this is what Connor said on X, right? It was incredible, intense, and absolutely eye-opening. I was shown what would have been my death, how soon it was to be, and how it would have impacted my children. I was looking down on myself as it happened, and then I was looking out from the coffin. God then came to me in the Holy Trinity. He is mighty, Jesus, his child, Mary, his mother, the archangels, all present in heaven. I was shown the light. Jesus descended from the white marble steps of heaven and anointed me with a crown. I was saved. My brain, my heart, my soul healed. I was 36 hours under before I finally rested. When I awoke again, I was me. The most enlightening and enchanting experience I've ever undertaken in my life. This treatment is worth its weight in gold. It was very, very tough, but it was absolutely life-saving. And it, in turn, saved my family. Thank you all for your inspiration, motivation, encouragement, well wishes, support, and most importantly, thank you for your prayers. They worked. I am my child again, but this time with the knowledge of my adult. To my family, my friends, my fans, my support, my team, baby, we did it. The world is in for a treat. To God, I am yours. Thank you for bestowing upon me this incredible blessing that I take with great care and absolute seriousness. I live my life per your word and nothing more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your great-grandson, Conor McGregor.
That's some strong shit. Holy fuck. So it's like a type of ayahuasca thing.
Yeah.
As soon as you say there's side effects potentially with your heart, I don't fuck with that shit at all.
Yeah.
That's a big risk you want to take.
Yeah. Now, do you want to know my thoughts? I think that it's going to take a lot more than one Ibogaine treatment and seeing Jesus for this man to be a changed man. Now, I don't know whether this thing is legitimate or if he just wants to be on the White House UFC card and he wants to it's like Kanye apologizing. Yeah. It's like Kanye apologizing to the rabbi. It's like when his album's about to drop, it's like, what's the reasoning? What's the agenda? Is it serious? And if so, I don't know, man. That guy's got a lot of repentance to do. You know what I'm saying? He's beat up a 75-year-old man. He's got some rape allegations, or he's lost a civil case, whatever, civil schmivel, whatever. Threw a chair at
Khabib's bus, almost broke Rose's fucking head.
There's infidelity. There's cheating scandals. There's this. There's that. There's a lot that this guy's done, and I think if anything, he's probably doing it more for the substance abuse and maybe some brain injury treatment.
Can treat addiction, though, they claim?
They claim they can treat addiction, but it's ongoing, Iggy. It's just said it's not a standalone. So unless he's continuing to do Ibogaine, however much they say, this guy can't... it's like going into the sauna once and going, I am now tanned forever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
True,
it's kind of
true.
like, what do you, like, come on. You can't have one Mediterranean feast at your Arab mate's house and go, I'm now Arab.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I hate to seem like a hater, right? I hope he does get better. I hope that this is legitimate. I hope that, you know, maybe he did see the error of his ways. You know, DMT is a strong thing. It's not Ibogaine, but that shit kind of changed a bit of me. Did it change me completely? No. But did it change my kind of outlook in certain ways? Definitely, right? If this shit is as strong as they say, then maybe. But the thing is, it's an ongoing treatment. You need to do it ongoing. Unless he's taking trips to Tijuana, you know, as often as he should to get the treatment ongoing. I don't know how this is going to help him. He needs to, I don't know, man.
As always, derived from plants. Produces a psychoactive, hallucinogenic, don't even know how to say that other word, dream-inducing effects. Traditionally used from our brothers in Africa, of course. They're always finding the fucking Mother's Earth's juices, these cunts.
Yeah.
Traditionally used in Central Africa in spiritual ceremonies. Modern research investigated but controversial for its potential to treat addiction, particularly opioid addiction. So that's like the big heavy hitters, like heroin, your meth.
Even though I don't know he was on meth, he was definitely on all the coke. But addiction is addiction. Like, if it treats...
He was on all the coke in the world. He literally had
he
the
had all
world's
coke.
stash in his backyard.
Yeah. He found Pablo's stash and he made it there. But addiction, I think that covers substance addiction, not just opioid. Maybe it's used for specifically that usually, but I can imagine if it treats that, maybe it can help addiction from stuff that's not as heavy as opioids. That being coke, etc. But I don't know, man. What's your thought? Do you think it's legitimate? When I say it's legitimate, not Ibogaine being legitimate, I'm talking about,
Like,
do you think, what's his intention?
what's the intent,
What's the goal here? Because he's been, because man, he
how many strikes can you give a fella?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He's made it hard to like him. I'm a big UFC fan, and when Conor was Conor, like fighting,
he was the best.
He was the best.
Everyone
he was the
loved
best.
him, yeah.
But then when he
Now-
started to do all this shit, it's like defending a mate that like hits his girl and tells you about it, and you're like,
that's kind of fucked up,
I
man.
don't know
Like,
if I
what
can
the hell?
keep going to the pub with you, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't know, man. You never know though. Some blokes eventually do realize that they've gone way too far off the deep end. This guy is probably doing cocaine every fucking day, drinking every day. He's not training anymore. He's getting fat and shit.
Because when you think of Conor, what do you think about first thing? Honest, like, do you think Conor the UFC fighter?
That's who I.
Or do you think?
No, I think Conor the cool Conor, and then you remember and you go,
See, I don't think UFC Conor first anymore. I think Conor with his top 5 buttons undone, and his missus
Conor
rubbing his chest on the island of Monaco or whatever, and then he's just like got a ball of rack up his nose still, and he's got some other bitch in his DMs, this and that, and he's like, yeah, fucking you'll do nothing, and then I think, oh yeah, that guy 4.5 years ago, because remember this, his last UFC fight was 4.5 years ago, 2021,
fuck,
mid-year, and he lost.
Yeah, he got his ass beat,
and ever since then.
That's one where
that downfall needs to be studied, bro.
Broke his foot or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, well, technically he broke his own foot on Dustin's shin, but yeah, and he actually got knocked out the fight before that with Dustin. Again, he fought him the first time, got knocked out. Second time, broke his leg, and then he got on all the steroids to try and heal. And by heal, I meant steroids and more drugs. But I think the goal originally when he done the gear was to recover and get back into the octagon faster. But I think he just thought, I got all the money in the world, why do I have to fight? Which I can get. He doesn't need to fight. But the thing is, he also didn't need to do all the other shit that he done.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, man. I hope
he definitely is he was spiraling. He's been spiraling for years.
I hope for his sake it is like a religious repent and he has seen the light.
Yeah.
But
because that was strong. That was some strong shit. I kind of believe that he did have that trip, but it's about whether that trip means anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did he do it just to make a public stunt about it and market whatever he's trying to market?
Yeah.
Or did he actually go, nah, I need to change something?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, money-wise, the guy is laughing. I'm not talking about, I hope Conor gets his shit together. When I say gets his shit together, I mean just internally. Because that guy has all the money in the world. Like, he's sweet. But as we know, money isn't everything, even though we talk about it a lot on this podcast. It can create a lot of happiness. If you're not good within yourself, you know, he has all the access to everything. So if his friends still get around that shit, do the coke, this and that, he's going to get around that.
Listen to me.
Your soul's still dark.
No, people don't change, motherfucker. All money does is it just that dial of your personality, it's just then turned up to the max. That's all money does.
Yeah.
So if you're a piece of shit and you get across some money, you're going to be a rich piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. People don't change. Money doesn't change you or the money got to your head. No, you were a piece of shit. You were just broke.
Yeah.
Now you've got money.
People can change, but money doesn't.
Nah.
It can change your experiences. You know what I mean?
I think people can change after they fucked up and they make mistakes and they go, okay, nah, I really fucked up here. Yes, I do believe in second chances and people can change. But I think initially when you do the fuck up, that's who you were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You were always going to make that choice subconsciously, deep rooted in your subconscious. You were always going to make those choices.
Yeah.
And the money just helped you go hectic.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, people then go, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And that's when you go to your rehabs, your fucking drug counseling, your alcohol, you're going to quit alcohol. And then all, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like people do it because they realize they were a piece of shit. And then they go, okay, shit, I want to stop being a piece of shit now. Problem is a lot of people like Connor struggle to stop being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is his gateway to stop being a piece of shit.
Because eventually, man, his kids are going to get older. And if he's still online doing all this crazy shit, his kids are going to be online.
Yep.
And then their friends at school are going to be like, hey, my dad said that your dad was like this. So there's got to be that. I'm not a father, neither are you. I don't know shit about being a dad. But I do know that you want to be a good role model, right? And like when they're old enough to know, you know, what's what, they're going to see the history. What's on the internet stays on the internet, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, not just that. Like a kid, we always say, man, like a kid is like a sponge. Their brain's like a sponge. Even though his kids are young, they're going to grow up now knowing subconsciously that daddy was always fucking hyperactive, always some white shit on his nose. He was always fucking out and about with all different women that weren't mum.
Yeah.
Like they know that shit, man. They'll grow up eventually and go, they might not remember it, but it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there. And then that's when they start doing drugs and fucking cheating and hitting their misses and hitting old men at the pub because they looked at them wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a really...
It's just about how much of his life that he's separated from his kids. We don't know that.
You don't know that part,
He might... Because there's some videos online and you see and he's, you know, he's on his kids being a nice dad and next minute... He's out of the club punching on with someone.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You know, they're probably rich enough. They have nannies. You know, they can get them looked after.
They're probably going to the best school in the whole fucking area.
But like, you know, that aside, I do hope that he has trying. This is genuine and he is trying to get better.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But also, if Conor McGregor gets back in that octagon, he is going to get fucking slept, bro. I'm telling you. Because while he's been getting on all the coke doing this for the last 4.5 years, I'll tell you who's been in the fucking gym for the last 4.5 years. All these young killers,
all the young hungry
that
ones
want to get a title.
Yeah.
Like, because he's past that. And I get that. He's got all the money. But these young hungry men, they're getting better.
Yeah,
the UFC fighters, they're getting in here on their debut, knocking cunts out with spinning elbows and shit. In their first fight.
He can't fight again.
No.
He needs to just call that
just take the L. I mean, he's done a lot for the sport.
Yeah.
And he made the most money anyone's ever made.
Yeah.
Hats off. You got to. If you don't like the guy, you got to respect the hustle.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? But
don't go back there.
Run off in the sunset.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a bit more healed mentally.
I'm calling it now. The Conor McGregor Church will open in 2026. Donations down below.
You have to have a line of coke at the altar.
Yeah, and he will be up there like, fucking shorting it, fucking hanging out DMT, fucking ibogaine, ayahuasca, all this crazy shit. Fucking hell, man.
He broke the bread and said, I'll fucking apologize to nobody. You know what I mean?
Well, fuck, that'll do, man.
Yeah, man.
That was a good one.
Another episode, man. It always is, baby. It always is.
Guys, as always, thank you so much. I checked the listeners, man. We are still hovering at the same number of about 45. So there's 45 of you motherfuckers that are just actual diehard fans, man. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Joey K, close us out, baby.
Let's go, baby. You'll do fucking nothing.